Sitting around the ballroom, they're talking about tomorrow when they're taking Johnny away. Said he wasn't no good, never done the things that he should. That's all the judge had to say. He went in the army when he was 18. Crazy young Irish and mean. Took a kid who was half gone all the way to be wrong with bloodlust and them 16s. His father, he thanks us for coming. Bartender whispers.
All right, we're back. Danny, Fitzy, and the Prince of the Projects returns.
What up?
Fucking Bobby C. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
It's the greatest fucking name ever.
It's the fucking.
Really wish I
it's
thought of it.
The best fucking moniker of all time. It's up there with like, remember we were like best nicknames episode?
That's it.
Might take the cake.
Yeah.
So I wanted to. So real quick, I'll tell the story because it was all over the Instagram, but and we've talked about it. My buddy bet me in the hair. He was shit faced out of his mind. Bet me to get my own this logo on my fucking leg, or it was on his leg, or whatever. And it looked like the Pats were obviously gonna get buried. I mean, they fucking stink. They're awful. And like we all went to Hooters to watch the game together. I was sitting next to him the whole time, and like the Pats just poured it on early, and I was like, I was going nuts. Like I was like, oh, like because I didn't really care if I got it, but he was like, it was becoming very real to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he didn't want it.
So I
It's your
bet
bar.
so I bet the Pats money line though, so that if they won, I could pay for the tattoo. You know what I mean?
move.
Like, yeah.
Smart.
So, and I had a little left over for lunch. So, Bailey Zappi brought it home. Went there. Fucking for my first time at a tattoo place ever. Like,
Did you feel like a badass?
no, I don't have any tattoos on pussy.
I
But
know.
I mean, I made friends very quickly. You can imagine how it went, you know? But shout out to Kenny Turner, by the way, official tattoo artist of the Longhorn Lounge. It will never be done by another man ever. Legendary fella. Great guy. My buddy got inked. Took like 25 minutes. And we went out for beers afterwards. And like he was like, I know you guys all think this is cool. My wife does not fucking think this is fucking cool at all. So anyways, yeah. He's got it. I think Buggy's gonna get it.
Oh, yeah?
I'll be honest, when I was in there, I'm like, I want to get a tattoo right now.
Yeah, you get.
I thought you were gonna.
I thought for sure.
I was kind of disappointed when
I
you
thought
did
for
it.
sure tonight he was
People
going to
have
be like,
been
by the way, boys, and he just showed it.
People have been
Been
disappointed in
disappointed
me my
people for
whole life.
years.
Honestly, I didn't think you had a shot.
I didn't think I
thought you were
either,
coming
dude.
out of there.
And I was kind of a little bit pumped, you know what I mean? I'm like, anyway, so
How would Maggie have felt?
she was already fine with it. Like she sent me a text like with some fucking joke gif from one of those fucking
Wild
movies.
Hogs.
Yeah, something like that, of like tattoos. She didn't give a shit. I mean, it doesn't matter.
I think Sunday was the. Thursday was the only time I've ever seen Bailey Zappi without a helmet on. What a terrible haircut,
I'll tell you right now, though.
What's he got, like a flat top?
dude! It's so bad.
Yeah, he looks like a 1940s football player with a leather helmet. You know what I mean?
If like Rocky was a Broadway play, he could play Drago. Like it was so bad.
Yeah.
It's diabolical.
It was anyways, yeah, it was whatever. So that was it was a good day, and I'll tell you right now, I can still get it. Like I don't have, you know what I mean? Like I didn't have to get it by the way, Josh last night was like, yeah, I want to get fucking he wants to get like a sleeve. He's like,
Well, that's Josh.
I'm like, you do? He's like a lower thing. He was telling me some guy. He's like, this guy took his shirt off on the job, and he's got fucking like I don't know, the Wizard of Oz come out his back or something. He was telling me about. Yeah, the old fucking back piece. Yeah. That'd be Josh. He goes straight in and gets. Oh, this is what I gotta remember before I forget this. Okay, talking to my girl Allison, who I grew up with, one of my close friends. Her boyfriend Tim. He's a firefighter. Been in the trades his whole life, like, you know, doing different stuff like that. We were talking about, I was saying how my ongoing theory that if you see a guy who's married, and he's got a ton of ear hair coming out of his ears and his nose, he's not getting laid anymore. Because no woman's going to fuck a guy like that. So that means that his wife's not fucking him anymore, right?
Just
like, I think that's a pretty good,
coming out.
like I think that's a pretty, that theory tracks.
It 100% does.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know a guy who said he hasn't been laid in years.
Yeah.
So much nose hair, so much fucking ear hair.
100%.
Yes, no fucks.
Now, this kid's theory, though, is that he's like, this is based on research on the job. Now, most of the guys in the room, except for me, are have worked in some type of labor job. No tattoos, no labor for me. But he's like, I think that like because you're out in the elements and you're fighting the elements, your nose hair grows faster. Like
It's not a bad
because
theory.
it's like filtering out. Like he's like, when I was cutting concrete all the time, all these guys would have fucking bushes coming out of their noses. He's like, I think it's because your body adapts. You know what I mean? I'm like, I think that makes sense, right?
I literally just bought a nose trimmer last week. Like
Really?
that's a part of
For
my
the
life.
first time
Yeah.
ever?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I've always got like trimmers and it comes with the attachment. I lose it within a day. This is a legit, like, it's only a nose trimmer.
Yeah.
I'm a wicked hairy bastard,
So
so,
am I.
I've been trimming my nose hairs forever.
Yeah.
You know
I want
what
to get that
mean? Like,
wax thing done.
No thanks.
Oh, dude,
I
that
do.
hurts.
I don't want it.
I want it
don't-
once.
I had my back waxed one
I
time.
did too.
dude, I'm going to tell you.
Stunk.
It separates the men from the boys. I'm not lying
I
to
did the
you.
same thing.
Yeah. Dude, no.
You know what the worst
Not
part was?
doing
You know
it?
why I
No.
did it? I did it because we were going to Aruba.
Yep.
And I'm like, I just don't want to look like
Same.
a hairball. And so I get it done, and I'm like, wow, this is kind of weird feeling, but it was cool.
Yeah.
And then like I put so much like fucking sunscreen on because I'm lily white. I broke out in like fucking zits
Instantly.
all over my fucking back.
Instantly. Nice.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
What's up, Accutane?
How long did it take to wax your back?
I was in there for probably an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it hurt,
I
dude,
feel
it
like it
hurts
would take all day
bad.
for me.
But
Oh,
there's
you're-
no break because
you're straight Velcro.
And
I
those
got-
girls are giggling the whole time, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
they
yeah.
love it, and
Yeah.
they're just ripping and ripping and ripping, dude. And I'm sitting there like, can I get a smoke break? You know what I mean? Like this hurt.
Steve Carell and 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Oh, that
Yeah.
was real.
I'm like, I rivaled that.
Me too.
It's on my shoulders.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. There's
Yeah.
no fucking bare skin. It's all hair.
See, mine is
It
like
would
when,
take days to fucking wax my
like
body.
my barber has to like stop when he's shaving the back of my neck. He's like, I can't shave your back. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But he can if he wanted to. But then it stops, and then I just have a tramp stamp of human hair above my ass, and it's
Well,
terrible.
this is what I was gonna say. This is what I was gonna say.
You can
So,
braid it, dude.
you can imagine we're having this conversation with this guy, and I'm like, this makes sense. And Josh is standing there, like, just like kind of like looking at him, and Josh goes, so. He goes, what is my asshole in here? Healing because I got the hairiest asshole you've seen.
How does he know?
Oh, I fucking lost it.
Dude, you want to know
Oh,
how
God.
funny fucking God is, right? So he made me bald as a cucumber, but I'm hairy everywhere else.
Same
so like
boat.
my neck hair attaches to my big toe hair, unbroken,
Yeah.
except my two ass cheeks like a baboon. You get what I'm saying? So it's like it's a very odd scene when my wife sees me coming out of the shower. She's like, yuck.
There's that meme that it's like, my wife spends this much on lingerie and body, all this kind of makeup and
Yeah.
everything, and then I'm standing there at the end of the bed like an orangutan. Like, let's go, baby.
Well, dude, that came up in the calf muscle, the tattoo thing. Because originally I was like, I wanted to go on the back of my calf, and she's like, "Don't do that." I'm like, "Why not?" She's like, "Your legs are like the best part about you," but she's basically saying there's no other good part about you. Like my calves are like
the legs
fine. Yeah, yeah.
What do you love
yeah.
about your husband? His calves.
I do have
Lead with
sick
the legs,
legs.
hon.
Yeah. This guy's got a great set of sticks on. You know what I mean?
But with the tattoos, you got tattoos, you got tattoos, right? Now, I'm 40 now, right? And I'm sleeved up, I'm all that stuff, right? And I'm unfinished, so I'm like, I always have to get another tattoo.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like a never-ending thing.
Yeah.
Of like, I'm like, oh, I need to infill here, I need to infill there, this, that, and the other thing. If I could rewind, I probably wouldn't get tattoos again.
Really?
Yeah, because just the amount. Well, when I was getting tattoos, it was like, hey, buy me a 6-pack and a fucking pack of Mob Lights, right? And I'll tattoo your whole arm. Now I'm spending $250 an hour
Right.
to get a little piece.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's ridiculously expensive.
Well, I'll tell you this too. I told the guy Kenny Turner who did the thing for us. I
Yeah.
told him the Project Baby tattoo story. He goes, "That is the fucking sickest name for a tattoo ever." He's like, "I want to stop being like the Project Baby tattoo guy." I'm like, "Yeah,
It's a real life thing.
there's two guys that have it. It's fucking unbelievable."
I have an unfinished tattoo. It's my sleeve for my mom. But since then, my father passed away, so I kind of want to incorporate. But I don't have the biggest arms. I don't know if you've ever seen that. So like, I want to do like a pipe wrench because my dad was a plumber, but it's gonna be the smallest pipe wrench ever, like on the inside of my bicep.
3-inch pipe.
It's gonna be the little one to like put Johnny bolts on a fucking toilet.
Yeah, it's
You
when
know?
you give to your kid on his first Christmas. You know what I mean?
Oh,
He's like, this is real metal. You know.
yeah. So, anyways, that was the weekend. That was the deal. So, we are going to talk about things. This is Bobby's request.
Oh, yeah.
And when Bobby comes in, he gets what he wants. Things that piss him off. Things that piss us off. Right? Like basically just anything. So, you know, these all things can mix together. Frauds, good guys, but whatever else. Bad guys, whatever, you know. But nonetheless, like I always say, like I'm at my best when I'm angry. I'm the funniest when I'm pissed off. Like, you know what I mean? And upset. You know what I mean? That's when I think I do my best work. So,
Strive, yeah.
So I'm pretty excited for this. January 19th.
Let's
Comedy
go.
night. Comedy night.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be fucking awesome. We are. By the way, you know what the good thing is? I am having a beer right now, but I cannot get close to as drunk as I was last Sunday when I would see you.
Oh, that was
before.
incredible.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what though, the best part about, I think I said it last week, but like when we were leaving and it was raining out and he's like, hey, can you give me a ride home? I'm like, yeah, absolutely, no problem. And he's just going 3 inches of puddles of water. And I'm like, dude, you're going through puddles. He just turns back and he goes, I'm a piece of trash right now.
Fucking mess.
I'm a fucking mess.
Leave me alone.
Just leave me alone.
That reminds me of one of the best nicknames of all time. My buddy had a nickname. His buddy was nicknamed Mess, and I'm like, why do they call him Mess? He just looks at me and goes, because he's a fucking mess. Why do you think they call him Mess? January 19th, Malden Irish American.
Yes, sir.
Tables are flying off the shelves.
No word of a lie there.
Listen, I mean, this is, you know, it's going. I mean, Sean Ballard is running a tight ship. I like that. He's keeping me on my toes. We're ordering some cornhole boards to be a door prize from Wicked Cornhole. We'll get to that later. And it's January 19th at 7 p.m. It's $40 a ticket. I've already bought 4 tickets. I got to buy more this week. I'm going. Fitzy's going. Bobby maybe be there.
I bought a
Oh,
table.
you bought a table?
I bought a whole
Let's
table.
fucking go. I'm getting Josh is going to be sitting with me. He's going to go. We got, I think Tom Ahern might be in the house.
Yep.
I'm going to work on that. So we're going to have a fucking awesome time. It's going to be a great time. We might do a podcast beforehand or something. We'll definitely do like a meetup before, like where like, maybe you guys can just go in the IA and hang out. You know what I mean?
There's already confirmed 150 tickets sold. I don't think they're going past 250. So just put that in the back of your mind. You got a month left.
Yeah. And if you're a fan of the North Shore Beefs page,
Andy Ferg will
Andy
be there.
Ferg bought a table. Yeah.
Dan
you
Bob will be there.
Dan Bob will be there.
You can
Looking
see
to fucking-
Andy's head from a mile away.
Yeah. Great neck of hair on the kid. I'll give him that. Oh, you know what I did this week? I was telling this story to somebody, my buddy, and I'm like, I was talking with this girl I know, and I'm like, she's like a dime, dude. She's a great looking girl. Her sister's a blimp. And he goes, did you just call somebody a blimp? I'm like, I don't think I've done that since like 87. She's like, I'm bringing it back. So anybody's a fatso, you're getting called a blimp. I'm a blimp.
I call
So-
Joe Teddy the Hindenburg all the time. All the time. Speaking of fucking weirdos, though, because you talked about your time watching the Patriots beat the Steelers at a place called Hooters.
Oh, yes. Let's get into this.
Dude, just real quick, all right? So Friday, it was a bunch of us know that listens. Greta, my angel, I love you. She
This is
was
a great-
awesome.
this is a great
She
looking
was-
woman,
It was,
I
our
mean.
it was our last day, but not only is she a great looking woman, she's an awesome fucking bartender.
Yeah, she's a great boss.
She's great. And it was the last day, so a couple of us went up there. Bobby Frey went up there.
trying to have sex with her, you know?
Yeah. And I gotta be honest with you, right? I went up there because it was the last day. I thought she's always been wicked fucking cool. It's like the right thing to do. There were people there buying and bringing this woman gifts.
Oh, wow.
And I'm not talking like Greta's in her late 20s, maybe 30,
Yeah.
right? Maybe. And these people are in their 50s and 60s, like bringing her gifts. And she's like sitting there with a big smile on her face. And I'm like, bud, that ain't the move.
No.
That ain't the move. Now,
Not even kinda.
Not
All
even, right? So now, if I remember correctly, right? Last week, you were there.
So here's the thing. I went in there.
This is the week before.
I had overindulged the night before. So I'm like, I text my buddy. I'm like, hey, do you want me to be at Hooters for lunch? He's like, yeah, I'll be there. And then I get there. I just at the bar to wait for him. And he never shows. He's like, I got caught in a sales meeting or whatever. She was working. I had no idea she was working. I'd never seen her before. I'm not as big of a lifetime member as some people are. Anyways, I look down the bar. This guy's bringing her. He's like, handing her a drink, and he's like, cafe swirl with like latte. And she's like, oh, you got me a like. She didn't ask him to bring a fucking drink for her.
Dude brought her morning
Dude
coffee.
brought her
Yeah.
morning coffee. Now the guy comes. The guy sits down next to me.
Little creepy.
Big dude, but Fitzy size. Big guy, a good bit older than us. And he's talking to her. Obviously, he's in there all the time. Like, and she's like, I just got to tell you. She's like, this is next Friday is my last shift. And he's like, oh.
Broke him.
And he broken. Yeah. And he's like, what are you doing? And she's like, well, I got into law school. I'm going out to California to go to law school. And he goes,
Wow.
Now congratulations. He goes, now the real work begins. And I'm like, dude, what do you, like, get this guy on 2020 now because he's going to kill somebody in about 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
I gotta ask, did this
Put
guy
a head on a fucking stick.
Did this guy have a vest on with a black T-shirt underneath?
No, he had like a kind of landscaping
All
type
right.
of thing.
Every time I go to Hooters, and I'm there often, but not like every day. Say once a month, right? This guy's there by himself. Creep shit. not sitting at the bar, sitting at a booth,
Yeah.
just overlooking people. Well, me and Bobby Froyo got full frontal of what this guy, how much of a creep he really is. He goes to the touch tunes. He puts on every 80s rock song you can think of.
Legend.
White Snake, I mean, fucking
Flock of seagulls.
everything, you know? And so
Puts in an extra $10 and an 8-ball falls out of it.
this is like the third dude that brought Greta a present, but he didn't get her something from out of another store. No, he bought her a Hooters teddy bear from her own employment.
Oh yeah.
And she goes,
You gotta
"What's
shoot
it?"
your shot, dude.
And Greta just turns at me, and I didn't even feel bad for the guy because it's the creepiest thing I've ever seen. And she goes, "What the fuck am I gonna do with this?" And I was like, "I don't know." Turn and smile, and she did, and this guy just stilted. You know what I mean? He was-
Dude.
But that's their hustle, right?
It is.
if you're- if you're-
Bobby,
Bobby, do me a favor. Pull that mic a little bit closer. to
You don't think that she could have stole that teddy bear if she wanted to?
No, but I'm saying having those guys come in, right? It's the same thing with a stripper, right?
Right.
Like they got their regulars, they know they're gonna get
Yeah.
quick 500 from them. You know, what I mean, show a little cleavage. You know, what I mean, flirt with them a little
Yeah.
bit. That's their hustle.
Yeah.
I ain't knocking it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But on the other end of the scope, dudes are creepy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
for me, like buddy, come on.
Listen, I don't have any I'll tell you right now. I do think that Hooters, like within, if we're talking a 2 to 3 mile radius of where I live, that is the most consistent place for food and like cold beer. Like now, are there good looking girls that work there? Sure, right? But like, I'm not chatting them up. Like I have a couple buddies that do that, and I'm like, I'm all set. Like I'm good with that.
weird.
Like what?
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's definitely weird, dude. And I was sitting there, and I'm like, I am, but it's like, you know, it's funny. I'm like, these guys are fucking creepy. And then I like looked at myself, and I'm like, it's the same picture. Like, but no, but I'm like,
Spider-Man meme?
yeah, but like, but you're right. It's no different than like some girls got an OnlyFans, sending messages to a guy, being like, you know, whatever, and him tipping her fucking $400. Now, I tell you right now, I had a buddy growing up, and I won't use his name, but like he was a classic get in the strip club and be like, "You're too good for this place" type of guy. You know what I mean? Like he'd be like, you shouldn't be doing this anymore. And like, what are you gonna do with this girl? First of all, we're in
What
South
is-
Carolina.
what is-
We live in Boston.
Yeah.
You're not gonna fuck her. And I'll tell you right now, she's not moving to Boston. So it's like, and I don't know of a success story ever of a guy fucking
And you
taking
met
over
her
a stripper.
3 minutes ago. You don't know if she's too good
No,
for this place. She
That's what I'm
probably
saying.
belongs there,
She
dude.
below this place.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Lucky to be there.
What if she actually took you up on that offer, though? You'd be fucked. Because you weren't expecting her to be like, "Yeah, all right, what do you got?"
Dude,
and now you're
I-
like,
let me
"Oh,
tell you
Talks
right
about
now.
the house stripper.
Oh yeah.
Once they're there, they
You're
run the
fucked.
show.
Dude, I'm
Yeah.
telling you right now,
Yeah.
there's nothing scarier than having a house stripper. Like
Yeah.
I obviously have done it when I was younger. Think hopefully Tommy's football team's listening to this right now. But like I've been
never works
I've
out.
been in events. But to your point though, you know what's funny? All right, so Danny goes sits at the bar at Hooters, right?
Yep.
He's like a breath of fresh air for this girl. He's like funny kid, good looking guy, like, and he's like not trying to fucking
going.
not trying to not trying to molest her or get her
Yeah.
fucking home address, right? Like I used to say when we were in college, like we got a couple strippers one time in Vermont, and like my buddy's like, doesn't it feel weird to like that they're like they have to do this? And I'm like, what do you mean the job? He's like, no, but they gotta like. I'm like, listen, dude. There's like 40 guys in a fucking townhouse up there. I go,
Don't
dude,
be a fucking
I go
pussy.
this right here. I go, yeah. I go, don't be a pussy. We're all gonna fuck her. You know, no. I go, no. I go like this story. I go, dude, we're in the middle of Vermont. I go, this is like country club shit for them, fresh air program shit. They're out in a barn somewhere half the time. You know what I mean? And some guy's fucking cow pin, fucking just getting fucking probably guys putting their hands all over him and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, anyways, like that's the equivalent of the guy who brings gifts to Greta.
just weird."
But the other thing too is the strippers that come to the thing is like I I look at them as like tradesmen, right? I'm serious. They come there with a toolbox and they get to work, right? That's literally what they do, right? Am I wrong?
The only thing is they need a unionize.
They really do.
Listen, we got to talk to Sean O'Brien Sr. and get them unionized.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Get them a book. You know what I mean?
Typical laborers.
Bobby, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to make me fucking be
Cackle
blown
like that?
away. That was fucking
That was
unbelievable.
perfect.
They do though. They go to
Like
work.
tradesmen.
Right? They come with a toolbox.
I love it. I fucking love it. By the way, I gotta say
union
this.
rep Bobby C.
So I did a bunch of videos for that. This could be a long show. It just is what it is. I did a bunch of videos for the night. Like every quarter, I was checking in. You know what I mean? Like of what the score was, how we were feeling, like trying to drive some engagement. You know. So it's like, oh, you got one new comment, right? It's like my son's friend that I drive to football, and he's like, let's go, B, big dub over the Steelers, let's go. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? My life is
He's
merging.
listening right now.
Yeah. Life
That's
is
why
merging.
I wore the Patriots.
I love it, dude. I'll tell you right now, you know what? I got enough money for these two things. One, his tattoo, which, by the way, the guy did a phenomenal job. Say that. Two, a Bailey Zappi jersey that's going up in the fucking rafters.
Oh, Bailey.
Bailey
Nice.
Zappi's the house of Bailey Zappi. Fucking, he built this fucking place.
That
By the way,
tattoo
he
was instant too. It was like you put the video of like you were like, I won this, that, and the other thing, and then literally the next day it was like the tattoo was on the guy.
Well, they planned it.
Well, you know what
It was
happened?
always planned.
So we didn't know. All right, so real quick, we didn't know because we're not tattoo guys that like you got to book a guy out who's good months, right?
Yep.
So my buddy Matt Aarons, you've met Matt a bunch of times. You've met Aarons a bunch of times. He's a fucking best, and he's a salesman, but he's like he's a good salesman. He's like one of those guys that you wouldn't think he's a salesman. He was like he gets his kid's hair cut up in Danvers, and he's like. All the guys are fucking, you know, just tatted
sweet.
up. And he goes, dude, where do you guys get tatted? They're like, next door, the North Shore Tattoo. And then he's like, dude, they book out like 3 months. He goes, the Kenny came back up and just wants to make some money. He's like, so he's got free time tomorrow. He goes in there, he goes, dude, I walked in, the record scratched. Like he's like, I'm in there with my fucking golf vest on. And I'm like, that's what I love about him though. I go, somebody goes, why is he good at his job? I go, because he's willing to walk into a tattoo shop and like,
No fear.
Pee Wee Herman type shit. You know what I
Love
mean?
it.
So, anyways, he walked in. The kid had the time ready for it, so it was like perfect. Like it just worked out.
That was
like
a
perfect.
quick bang effect. That tattoo artist. It was like,
Right.
yeah, get in.
Dude, it was like, and you know what? Like, so he drew it up, and I'm like, I don't know how long these things take, so I thought we might be there for a few hours. He does it. He's like, I don't know, is 150 fair? And I'm like, dude, here's 2 bills, done.
Yeah,
like,
thank you.
And he did a great job. Like, it was that logo that my buddy made, which I have the sticker somewhere. It's like really intricate. The guy's like, this would have to be like fucking 8 inches
yeah.
for it to look like really
To
the
get
right
the
way.
detailing.
Yeah.
So he's like,
Yeah.
I'll do it like I'll kind of flash tattoo it up type of thing. I'm like, perfect, let's fucking go, right? So
I
Kenny
thought it
said-
came out great.
I
Dude,
did too.
it's awesome. It's gonna be in the back of my calf this summer.
Yeah.
Fact.
Don't ruin those legs.
I know.
Dude, nobody.
beautiful
By the way,
life
you know what my
on
buddy
your
said? You know what my buddy said? He goes. One of my buddies I was out to Hooters with. He goes, dude. He goes, if I got that tattoo in the middle of my thigh, he goes, my wife would never know ever because he goes, we never fuck with the lights on. So he's like, she literally would never know. She'd never find out I had the tattoo.
You could be like a Yakuza fucking, you know how they got the whole suit on? She wouldn't even know.
Big fucking hairy
No
ears on
fucking
the kid.
All right, so back to that real quick.
Yeah.
And this is what happens. We get off topic. January 19th, we'll put the ticket link up again.
Yes, sir.
Okay, everybody's buying them. There's 150 seats gone. Bobby's got a table. I have a table. Danny's gonna perform. We're gonna try to get Jeff Clow up there, maybe like from a couple weeks ago. He said he might do a tight 10, tight 20. He's got whatever you need.
He said he's
Yeah,
got
you
it.
can
He's
do
got
it.
everything. How good was that kid, by the way?
He was unbelievable. He was
He's a fucking-
hilarious.
That kid is like when you look up
And
like
you know where he's from?
Where?
South Shore.
no, he's Dorchester.
Dorchester.
That don't count.
Dude, anywhere past the tunnel is fucking South Shore.
Yeah, but it's- but I think
Dorchester's
it's-
got a
Yeah,
beach. It's called Malibu if you haven't heard of it.
Dude, that kid is fucking something
was
else,
hilarious.
dude. Oh, dude. And I have to say this. We've talked about it for like 2 weeks straight, but as Josh said, he's like, I'm confident you're gonna think he's funny because I don't think I've met anybody funnier. And I'm like, that's about as fucking, as good of a. So he was unbelievable.
Very good on the mic too.
Yeah, excellent
Yeah.
on the mic.
Some people are
Well,
just
I think-
hilarious. I don't know if they'd be great on mics. He was great.
Do you know what that is though? Like that's why like guys he did stand up for like 4 years. So like
Yeah.
he's used to being on the mic. So like for example, like that's why Josh was like Russo's so clear when he's on the mic because he's like, my name is Dave Russo. He's like, I wrestled Jim McSweeney in 1978 because he eats the mic. You know what I mean? Like that's what he does. So anyways, he might be there, he might not, but we are going to be there. And we're
Correct.
going to have a fucking great night. So we're going to have 250 max tickets, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what we're gonna go.
This is going to be like the
300
Halloween party. It's
300's
going to be
too
sold
many.
out.
Yeah.
Like, if you're thinking about going,
Oh, and it's not set in stone yet, but prominent guest on the show is going to be slinging some food.
let's just fucking break the news.
Jumptown.
Let's fucking go.
Jumptown is
I'm
going
fucking excited about that.
We're talking about something. We'll
still
talk about it
working
on the Patreon.
Yeah.
An idea that he
Still
has.
working on the details. This was his idea. I have the text message like, Jumptown comes off like he has 2 brain cells, but those 2 worked today. You know what I mean? Like they would.
Let me
they
tell
would-
you right now that when the kid he is very good at what he's good at.
Yeah.
Like, and he's great at like cooking and getting people excited about like
Absolutely.
life. Like that's what he's
Absolutely.
great at. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay, so that's there. Let's just do a couple quick ads.
Also,
Lily-
hold on.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No,
sorry,
no, go ahead.
sorry.
Go. No, I want you to
Fucking
go.
did it.
Go.
No, because
Therapy's working. Let's go.
last Sunday when I did my thing, the guy that hosted it contacted me, and said, hey, are you available January 6th? And I said, yes, I am. So I'm doing another show before the 19th. If you can't make the 19th, I will be at Joe Fish in North Andover. For all you Merrimack Valley people, I will be up there probably doing a quick 10, 15-minute thing. If you can make it, if you can, I'll see you on the 19th.
I'm gonna be like one of those guys who's like, I saw 197 Grateful Dead shows. I'm like, I saw
Every
197
single
Danny
one,
Gillis
yeah.
shows. Like,
Following him around.
I'm gonna be like, you know what? The best was he paused a little, like, because Deadheads will always be like, dude, that Scarlet Begonias where they like Jerry went like A minor there. Like, I'll be like,
Every
Danny
detail.
paused like a little bit more that time. Like, it was great.
Let me
Yes.
see that shirt, Danny. What's that?
Oh, Brendan got me
Square One Molgoth, baby.
You
Do you follow
Shout
him on
out.
Instagram?
No.
Shout
on
out.
You should
Instagram,
follow
he's the
him on
fucking
Instagram,
Dude,
hilarious.
Square One Molgoth is, and I'm
Hilarious.
pretty sure he listens to the podcast.
He
He's
does.
like, he's pretty engaged. He is the best Instagram follow if you're from this part of the state.
You think he listens?
I know he does.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think he does.
How about a shout out?
Maybe. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. We'll find
How
out.
about a shutout?
Like, listen. You know what the thing is though? He's not gonna fuck up his like his Instagram is like an art installation. He's not gonna like just be like willy nilly. You can just get fucking in there and he promotes somebody. He
just
has
gotta
like
follow.
reposted us when we posted the shirts and stuff, right? I actually
really?
gotta send him a message. I want to get new ones because I think
His memes are A+. all
dude.
Top notch, great.
Dude,
Oh my
it's
God.
like
All
Kowloon, Route
Route
1.
shit.
North
Yeah.
Shore.
Yeah.
Yeah. He loves the fucking
the best one that I
orange
ever
dinosaur.
seen. You know the Captain Crunch guy?
Yeah.
Like the blue one where it says "Oops, all berries."
Yeah.
It said "Oops, all condos," and it said Malden.
Dude, I gotta. He got a follow from me.
Yeah, there you go.
100%.
All right, Lily Peas. LilyPeasChicken.com. The first ones to take a fucking chance on the show. Chris Parsons, executive chef. Jillian Derbyshane.
Jillian D, what up?
Behind the fucking ones and twos. You know what I mean? Like fucking making sure everybody's happy. When I go in there, she comes over. She's like, how's the show going? Everything like she can't well, she's from Malden. Salt of the earth. You know what I mean? Like
Good
real
people.
like exactly. Not a tradesman, but a great person. They make the best chicken. We know that. I'm overdue to go back in there. Actually, a guy dropped something off of me that I got to pick up there. Not drugs. And so I got to get there and I got to pick that up. And it might be Tuesday night this week. We'll see. I go for bluegrass night and fucking rip some jams. They have, I recommend the shishito peppers. The food is unbelievable. There's only one place for us when it comes to fried chicken. It's that. And I'll give you an example. My son has this thing called hog lunch, right? It's not what you think, okay? It's for the linemen. It's for all the linemen, the hogs, right?
Yep.
So all the only linemen are invited to this lunch, okay? Nobody else can come. You can't be a skill player and go to lunch.
Yeah.
It's for each kid's birthday, they have the lunch, right? So today was at his buddy's house. And I was like, how's the chicken? He's like, pretty good. Like, they always get fried chicken from somewhere. Pretty good. It's from someplace in Boston. I go, well, obviously it wasn't Lily Peas. It was pretty good. He goes, no. So, anyways, this is a place that when I took my nephew and my son there, they took us to the back room, let them pick out any ice cream they wanted. What did my son pick out? Vanilla? Like lose the DNA.
10 cent head.
Wicked Cornhole. I was supposed to go to the Pats game on Sunday.
Yep.
It was supposed to be Monday night. They flexed it. But Sunday, I will be at Bruce Taylor's fundraiser at Derry, New Hampshire, 9:30 in the morning, because we're supporting Wicked Cornhole. Unfortunately, we lost Bruce, a fucking awesome guy. Listen, this stance. Get your boards made at Wicked Cornhole. Bring them here. I'll go pick them up, and you can come here and have a beer with us like before show. Like that stance. Like that is a fucking a deal. I'm getting new boards made for Sean for the event.
Yep.
I got my boards made there, and I don't throw on fucking shit. Let's put it that way. When I throw gas, okay? And I throw on Wicked Cornhole boards. That's a fact. I'll be up there at that event, and it's going to be a great time. And I'll tell you right now, they deliver the fucking best stiff in the world, and I'll tell you, they make it on one type of wood.
Baltic birch.
That's what I'm talking about,
Fucking
Princey,
go.
all right? Hotter than Chinese arithmetic, as Clocky would say. All right, so...
Shout out to Birch, by the way.
Shout out to, I feel like we've
How's
lost...
birch, dude?
I don't know.
Did you
We've
check in
lost-
with him? See how
Eating
he's doing?
cauliflower or something?
Yeah.
No, he has
in the woods.
Yeah.
Classic birch.
Classic Birch is like fucking vegan. You know what I mean? He wouldn't hate Lily Peas. By the way, vegans are fucking... All right, let's just get into people that piss you off. You know what I mean?
Shishito. He eats shishito
All right,
peppers.
He'd crush the
by the way,
shishito peppers.
Wait,
Real
before
quick.
we get into fucking shit that makes us angry, we got to shout out. I had a big hockey weekend. Hockey Friday, hockey Saturday. Connor scored a couple goals in his game
Attaboy.
this
Yeah,
morning,
yeah.
right? That being said, I got to shout out a friend of the program, Adi O'Leary.
Yes.
Oh, Oh,
First varsity game last night.
Let's fucking go.
2 goals. He's a freshman. He's playing on varsity.
Stud.
2 goals, +3 stat line. This kid is fucking unbelievable.
Let me
the
tell you
best.
right now.
And yeah, he's a fucking legend.
There's very. I mean, most kids are dummies. You know what I mean? They just are. I was a dummy.
Adi's got a serious head on his shoulders.
Adi's got a head on his
I
shoulders.
got a great story about Adi. I do.
All right, let's go.
I think we all do.
I do. I'm not even kidding you. So I've known Adi literally since he was like
Born.
he was tiny, right? Me, my wife, his
By the way, he's
father.
gonna be cracking stick to this episode.
Oh,
like-
100%, dude, because he knows what he's got. He knows what he's got fucking
Well,
coming.
the best
But
part,
anyways,
the best part is that everyone that doesn't know, Adi is what, 13, 14?
yeah.
He's a,
yeah.
he's
But
a
he's like-
freshman.
Yeah,
but
he's
he's like a
talking-
grown
he's
man
talking-
in my
14,
eyes.
15,
You know what I
16.
mean?
He's
Yeah.
been around for that long.
So, dude, we go up to my wife has this lake house, right? Her family does. We go up there, so it's me and all the boys. We go up there. There's like 4 of my buddies. Adi came, my wife came, right? So we're all up there, and we were just catching wreck and talking shit, right? Now Adi was like maybe 5 or 6, right? And he's always been a hateful little prick, right? So he literally says to me, right? We're just talking. I'm just looking at his father. I'm talking to him, right? And out of nowhere, this kid winds up and punches me in the balls so hard, right? It drops me. It floors me, dude. I'm not. I would be lying if I didn't.
So
say
he's
I was
an
crying.
enforcer.
Dude, big time. And I'm not lying to you. And I looked at him, right? I looked at him. I said, "You got about 8 years until your balls drop, and when I see you, I'm flicking them, right?" And he hasn't seen me since. He won't fucking come near me because he knows it hasn't coming. But I love that kid. He's always been a riot. He's
was-
always been a good kid.
He was near you. I
When?
played Call of Duty with him at your house.
Oh,
Yeah, but he
baby.
hasn't. His balls. I mean,
They might not have dropped.
that's
by
what I'm
then.
saying.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want him to
yeah,
hit these
yeah.
little
I know,
fucking
yeah, yeah,
walnuts. You know what I mean? I want him to be full steam puberty, but I get it. You know what I mean?
The day up.
Yeah, the day
Dude.
of, I hear his voice crack.
Yeah.
I'm driving to his
Well,
house.
I'll tell
It's on
you,
site. It's on site.
I've already told the story. I told the story, but it was like
It's
a
war.
year
Yeah.
ago, where I'm like walking out. It's like school starting. And I'm like, Tommy, let's go to now. Tommy won't say shit if he's got them all full of it. Like and like he's like really respectful. Like he's just a fucking silent assassin. We're walking out of Five Below. This kid, I hear this voice come out of a car, and he's like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Here we go, some fucking punk." You know what I mean? Like trying to fucking thinking he's trying to
Some
ride,
trash bag.
trying to ride him, like maybe high school or something. And he's like, it says something like, I can't even remember because it was so fucking ridiculous, but it was like something about the show. It's like, you know, it's like pulling the cork or something like that. And look over and it's fucking Adi and a salad sitting in the fucking shotgun while probably Billy's in there getting a fucking quesadilla and fucking Chipotle.
Yeah.
He was playing in the older kids when my son Brendan was playing lacrosse, and the Saugus team is just going right past me. And they all got their helmets on. And he goes, "Hey Gilly, are you really from the den?" And I'm just like, who the fuck just said that? And then I just look at the back and it just says O'Leary. I'm like, that fucking little
Kid
fresh
has
prick.
Lettuce was hanging. I mean, it just, yeah.
They don't make names like that anymore either. Adi O'Leary, like that's a name.
best.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, Adi, you can stop getting hard. We're gonna move on.
enough of
That's enough about Adi. Oh, real quick,
Just
one
keep your
last
head on
thing.
a swivel around Bobby C.
Yeah, one last thing. Shout out. My boy Panuzzo, it was his birthday this week. Great man, great person.
Happy birthday, Bri.
That's right. Happy birthday, Brian. And I'll tell you right now, we are getting back to business. I was on the treadmill all week last week. I wasn't so great this weekend. I had some pizza. I did have a lot of drinks.
Not me, Bri.
I know.
I'm
Fitzy's
off.
been
I'm
off it, but he's doing me a very big solid behind the scenes, and I gotta say, he's one of the fucking best guys you ever met in your life. So, anyways,
Happy birthday.
all right. Things that fucking piss you off. Bobby
it's a
C. By the way, I think we're like 45 minutes in. We haven't even cracked the fucking can on
fine.
this thing.
He wants to do a draft.
Yeah, all right.
No, it doesn't have to be a drive. I
No,
mean,
he-
I could go on a straight fucking hate rant.
No,
if
no,
you
no,
want
no,
me to.
no,
It
no.
doesn't
Well,
matter.
here's what I think we do.
We could do a 3 draft.
We just make the list. You don't have to snake it because we're not gonna have the same things. You know what I mean? It's not like we're picking movies and you're gonna be like, oh, you took The Godfather. Just
Because I got some meat for the Patreon too.
okay.
You know what I mean?
Perfect.
So
Me
that's
too.
what I'm
I
saying.
got some stuff for the Patreon.
Yeah.
So, oh, by the way, join the Patreon. You know, if you want to, you don't have to. We got some very, very strong listenership on the Patreon right now. 54 people.
It's my favorite part.
We got-
I'm
we
not
got a
lying to you.
member-
I
we got a
love the
member right
Patreon.
here.
It gets so wild on the Patreon, dude. Like even the last time I was on, if you listen to my last episode, I had like one story and I didn't say nothing. But then when it went to the Patreon, I was swearing, I was cussing, I was talking about all types of crazy shit. And that's usually how the Patreon goes. It's
Well,
like,
I'll tell
You
you
were
right now.
firing on the Patreon.
I was firing on the Patreon.
A lot of guys reached out to me about the Patreon from with Josh, with Jeff Clow on it because Josh got on, Josh's cousin got on, and they were like, all those stories coming full circle. Like,
Yeah.
Off
and
the
by the way,
hinges.
if you join the Patreon, like it's you can join for $5. It's dude, seriously, like you would have. I mean, there's gonna be 50 Patreon episodes or something like that, right?
Yeah.
There's a
Good
lot.
listening.
Yeah.
There's a
Good
lot.
listening.
Yeah, and dude, and it really is like I already have stuff I've been thinking about all day, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is a Patreon thing,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So, anyways, but that's not like if you just like to listen to the show, we love you, we fucking want you to
Absolutely.
keep listening. But it does get a little more,
Uncensored and
Max
wild.
after dark over there. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? All right, so I'll keep
BET
track.
Uncut.
You start.
Me start?
Yeah.
All right.
Obviously, you're the guest.
All right.
Prince of the Projects.
Number one, without a doubt, is the South Shore. Right? I fucking hate the South Shore.
Mohan's gonna be fucking.
So before I'm
losing
gonna
his
preface
mind.
it this, right? 70% of the South Shore stinks, right? 30%, just like you said, Mohan, my buddy Beard. There's a couple
Yeah.
people down there that are exclusive, but I honestly think they have relatives from the North Shore, like their great grandfather was from the North Shore, and then they moved down there, whatever, right? And this is my bullet points on that, right? I got traffic, right?
Bad. So bad.
It's awful.
But here's my question, right? When you're fucking driving down 93 South at 2:30, right, and it's dead gridlock, I hear on the news it's a car fire, it's a rollover, it's a fucking breakdown. How do you roll a fucking car over at 10 miles an hour? Like, it's impossible. And why are fucking cars spontaneously combusting? Like, how does that even fucking happen, dude? You know what I'm saying? And then people are gonna be like, oh no, we got Mary Lou's and the Cape, blah, 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 blah. Dude, I don't give a fuck if they're handing out blowjobs, right? Down there with their fucking buttholes, right? I'm not going to Mary Lou's for a coffee.
Dude,
you know what I'm saying?
Bobby, you're my spirit animal.
I'm just saying, dude. And then the Cape, see you later, stinks. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna
I'm a
tell me,
Maine guy now, I
Dude,
agree with you.
But if you're gonna tell me it's one of the best beaches in the world, you haven't left Massachusetts. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh no, it's been in Turks and Caicos. Oh, it's been in Aruba. It's been in this. You're an idiot. You know what I mean? Like, see you later, you stink. You know what I mean? And the way my geography works, right, is this is how the South Shore starts for me, right? There's the Hall in Dorchester. Then after that, it's P-Town. That's it. That's how it works to me. You get what I'm saying? You can tell me you're from Hanover. You can tell me you're from blah, blah, blah. It's all P-Town.
It makes no. Yeah.
If we got a graphic
So
designer out there,
you're saying 103 is the line.
That's it. 103's the
Listen,
line.
I want-
and then it's
they're all
P-Town.
dead.
if we got
That's
a
it.
graphic
Yeah, yeah.
designer out there, I want them to design that map where
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Bobby's map
Yeah.
of Massachusetts.
103 in P-Town.
And that's it. That's and all it is. And it's like, I don't want to hear about the traffic. You decided to move there.
Yeah.
I
right?
would never move there.
Never.
That's
dude,
what I'm getting at.
Because of the traffic.
So it takes
Yeah.
2 hours, right? If I started in Boston and started driving to New York, it'd take me 2 hours to get out of Massachusetts, right? You're
Yeah.
telling me it takes you 2 hours to get 2 towns
Yeah,
over?
like you're like Situate.
Like, what type of idiots are driving down there, dude? Like, and I don't want to hear it. It's just the nonstop talk about, oh, the traffic. But see you later. I hate it.
I'll tell you right now. I'll give you a couple. Obviously, Mohan, well-known, fucking great South Shore
Dog.
guy. Listen,
Bob,
Hey, Joey Boats.
Bob Pie's fuck.
Mulkey.
Joey Boats.
They do.
Bob Pie's fuck.
They fuck, dude. But what
Yeah,
I'm
Joey
saying
Boats
is,
is-
Yeah, but
Joey Boats
that's
is
like
another
that's like being like she gave me like a good like begrudging hand job once. Like
what I mean.
like that's one thing. It's not like a
you
lot
got the
of things.
coffee and you got the
calluses.
bar pie.
Dude,
Right.
you
That's
know
it.
what? I'll tell you right
That's
now.
it.
My buddy Ty Hemmert, who works with me, I've known this kid, went to college with him, fucking legendary character. He grew up in like Shrewsbury, but then he moved to the South Shore. So he
Yep.
moved to Hingham, right?
Yep.
He comes up here and he goes, dude, they got no cuisine down the South Shore at all.
There's
He's
nothing.
like, he goes, you go to fucking up Route 1. He goes, you can hit every fucking thing on the fucking totem pole.
Mm-hmm.
Like every fucking possible thing you need is there. And it's all great.
Yeah.
They got it's crickets down there. It's like fucking, it's like it's like fucking Chili's and like fucking, it's for rubes down
It's all
there.
strip
You know what I
malls.
mean?
It's what it's the spot in Massachusetts that the United States forgot about. Let's just be what it is. Know what else they don't have? Fucking sidewalks. Like if you drive down there on all their main roads, they got sidewalks when you turn. It's like dirt roads. It's just nonsense, dude. I can't.
By the way,
don't want it. I don't need it.
I cannot wait to get the text that we're gonna get from
Oh, we're
Mohan
gonna get.
tomorrow morning.
That's fine. But I've been saying it for years. Like a slight wind and like the generators go on because they just lose their electricity. and shit.
How do you lose power for 2 weeks?
Dude, it's
what type
Situate.
of infrastructure do you have down there?
Dude.
Do you have running water? Like, what are
no,
we talking about?
No, well water, dude.
That's
Listen.
what I mean, dude. It's crazy.
We need a shirt that says South Shore, dirt roads and nonsense.
No power.
Yeah, no power, no running water. I mean,
Mohan at 8 a.m. tomorrow. I'll take a double XL in that shirt, brother.
no, I'm not gonna lie to you. I love Mohan. That kid's
No,
an
I mean, he's
absolute
one of the
star.
best of all
He's
time,
an
dude.
absolute
Yeah.
He
star.
is. He's great.
I was jealous of him today. He went to Billy Strings all weekend in Baltimore.
I seen the
I'm like,
pictures.
I want to go, dude. I'm like, I meant to text him this morning. I'm like, I actually want to go to Nashville in February. They're playing down there. I'm sure he'll go. Like, I want to go down there with him. Like, Mohan might be one of the best dudes you've ever like hung out with.
Yeah.
Dude, at this party, at the Patreon party,
Yeah.
me and him were hanging out the whole time. Me and
Oh,
him just
dude.
shooting the shit.
Dude.
We were playing cornhole together. We were cracking jokes, dude. It was a great time. He's a good
It's
dude.
very rare, and like, okay, just we don't. I don't hang out with. I've never hung out
Stiffs.
with Bob by myself. right?
Right.
It would be fun. It would be totally awesome. But I'm just saying, like, we just haven't. So, like, I've hung out with Mohan a lot by myself.
Yeah.
But like just me and him, and that's a rare thing for me to be like, oh, I could just. And I look forward to hanging out with him. Do you know what I mean? I look forward to seeing him. Like,
I think it's cool.
I would say like that's 12% of people. You know what I mean? Like the other fucking, what is it, 78
Yeah.
or 88?
Look at that math.
88%.
This is when they're gonna get us.
88.
No, you don't even know math.
Where's your instrument?
Anyway.
Your Texas instrument
That's what
calculator.
Mohan's gonna say first thing.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, Mohan's the best. All right, go ahead, Fitzy. You're up.
All right, so I got one. My very first one, right?
One from you.
That absolutely fucking pisses me off. It's for some people, it's going to be like that's such a small thing, and you let it bother you so much. But it's a small thing that happens every single day for the rest of our lives because it's not getting better. It's getting worse and worse as the years go by.
I'm on the edge of my seat here.
Ducking autocorrect.
Oh,
yeah, ducking.
dude, Paul Gentile is gonna he's gonna fucking cum his pants when he hears this because he sends me 6 texts a week. That's like fucking ducking.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
God.
So listen,
Do you know you can change that though, right?
I didn't
There's
know
a
that.
There's a shortcut. Like where it always says ducking, you can have your phone. It's a 2-second process. I'll help
fucking
you out.
Steve
All right,
Jobs.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Look at fucking Steve Jobs.
we'll
know.
figure it out.
I'm
But
gonna need
all
you to
right,
do it
so
for me.
BTC was on my fucking piss off list.
I have never wrote duck you.
Never.
In my life.
Never.
But my iPhone
Never
thinks
will.
it's a common occurrence. I have never wrote go duck yourself.
Right.
Ever. I go into the locker room for hockey. Dude, I'm a big hockey guy. I don't know if
Big
anyone knows.
hockey guy.
Can't
I think we've
skate.
got that, yeah.
Can't skate for my life. I text my wife, I'm like, this fucking locker room smells like shot. It's never shot.
Yeah.
Never is it gonna be shot, right? I think honestly, the peak of technology was my iPhone X Pro. It was like it was like a tablet in my pocket, right?
Yeah, the big one.
Yeah. That phone was a dog. After fucking 3 months, he was like, my owner's a degenerate, and I'm on board. Yeah, and I'm on board with it, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I would be like, I would look at the letter F and fuck would just pop up. That phone knew what the fuck I was
Love
doing.
it.
Yeah.
It's gotten way too serious. Dude, I would be in the last name section, and it's like, obviously, it's Fitzmaurice.
Yeah.
iPhone 13's like, it's Fitzmaurice.
Yeah.
My iPhone 10 was like, just put fuck.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be where it is.
Matthew
He's
fuck,
like,
yeah.
he
It's
was
always
like peer
fuck.
pressuring me. He's like, dude, how
it.
cool would it
You
be if you
swore
just
way
say,
more.
yeah, how cool would it be if you just put Matthew fuck? And I was like, yeah, let's do it.
That's a great one.
That's a great one. It's an absolutely great
Oh,
one.
correct.
This wasn't my first pick.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna roll with it.
Because you're playing, you know what you're doing right now? You're playing to the crowd.
I'm
you're doing
rolling with
crowd
the
work.
changes. Shout out to Ario Speedwagon. Steve Jobs
Hate him.
and the Apple Empire.
All right.
Because every time a new phone comes out, all of our phones get slower.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's a fucking joke. Why does that work? I'm renting your fucking phones because you won't let us buy them outright anymore, right?
Yep.
But they're like, thank you for buying that a week ago. We just came out with a new phone. We're gonna make your life a living hell.
Yeah.
It now doesn't hold a charge.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing, dude.
It's a
Nothing.
never-ending cycle too.
Yeah.
So it's like new phone, then that one slows down.
Yeah.
New phone, that one
So
slows
when,
down.
remember when Steve Jobs died and people were like crying and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
No, I want to piss on his grave. Fuck that guy.
Fuck that black T-shirt.
Yeah, like what's his turtleneck was no
turtleneck.
Yeah.
Hey, with no sleeves.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Idiot. Social. No,
buying the Hooters fucking bartender's teddy bears.
he's got a house in Hanover.
Fucking simp.
Yeah, he's a simpleton, dude.
Simp. I love that.
Fuck the Apple Empire, dude. I'm still gonna buy your shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm
Because like
Yeah, because what's the other alternative? A fucking droid?
a fucking
10
Nokia.
cent head?
Those people, hey, those could be on the list too.
Droids could be on the list.
They could be on the list.
That green bubble.
Yeah. So douchebags. Like,
Yeah.
oh, what are you? It's like the kid who's like, oh, you know what band I'm into? It's the one you've never heard
Glenn
of.
with
You know
one
what I
end
mean?
is a
Like,
huge Android guy.
Yeah, it's-
ruins it for everybody.
It's like, yeah, it's Glenn with one end's one of the best gentlemen that's ever lived, by the way.
Yeah, but he's like, I don't. You guys are sheep, and I'm like,
You know what's
okay,
funny
bud.
about Glenn is like,
I like having fucking.
Oh, he's an anarchist.
have you
What are
ever,
telling me?
have you ever met Glenn? Have you ever met Glenn with one end?
Glenn Noble.
Oh, you,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
He's like a movie character to me. Like he's like, he carries himself like in a very like regal way almost. Like
No
he
one loves Glenn
himself.
more than Glenn.
Yeah, he loves
He's Ric
himself.
Flair.
I love
He's a
it,
good
yeah.
dude.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah,
I
he's
love
an
him.
absolute sweetheart.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
He's always been a good kid his whole life.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think there's a bad bone in his
Is he a
body.
Malden guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm up, right?
He's a Linden guy.
There he is.
All right, I'm up, right?
Yep.
This could get me in trouble, but I'm doing it.
Hammer down.
Fire in.
Whatever.
Check in.
All right, so we're at the party last night, right? And I said to you guys, I go, it took me, I had 4, but then my 5th came to me last night, enough to get me pissed off. So I put a couple pictures up on Facebook of me, Josh, 2 of our girls that we grew up with. We've been tight with them since day one. It's fucking guys there, right? Who I guess is like, I don't really know the guy. I'm just going to say that. I'm not going to give any more details.
It was Steve Jobs.
Photo bombs 2 pictures of him. Just sticks his fucking dome in there being like a dickhead. Like, I turn around the second one, I go, what are you doing?
Yeah, beat it.
Right? What are you doing?
Yep.
And he's like, what? And I'm like, all right, so if you're a photo bomber, you're one of the worst people that's ever lived, because I'll tell you right now, nobody wants you in it. But you stick your head in anyways. You know what I mean? You're a fucking piece of shit. And then at the end, like, he was dating one of the girls who was there. And they had to pull him aside because he was so cocked. And I'm like, you're a loser. You have fucking zero
Goddamn
DNA.
parasite.
Right, yeah. Like, I'm talking about, like, one of the biggest lemons that's ever rolled off the used car lot. Like, is this kid. He had a sweater that was too tight for him. Buy a loose one, dickhead. You got put on some fucking weight, right? Just a fucking loser. And put his head in the back of that picture, and I was like, I would love to fucking bottle this kid. Like, it made me so mad. Do you know what I mean?
Flashback
Like,
to
I'm like,
Kowloon.
you don't
Yeah.
fucking,
Bottle
you don't
him.
photobomb my picture.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's disrespectful. It's like the most disrespectful thing I thought I'd seen in a long time. I'm like, we're sitting here. You got somebody taking the time out to take the picture. You've got all of us.
And by the way,
smile.
they don't want to do it, but they're like, can you take this picture?
And then we're all
All right.
smiling and we're doing that. And then you're gonna stick your dumb face in there. Your dumb his face, like he had those doll eyes. Like nothing's going on behind it. Like he's got no
Lights are on, nobody's
Yeah,
home.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like he's just like probably like took the worst fucking like he probably took like the worst math classes that were ever available to anybody and like just took like just absolute fucking loser, 0. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like the worst person ever. Like probably been divorced twice. Like nobody can stand this fucking dickhead because he photobombs people. So anyways, that's mine. Photo bombers, specifically this kid. If he is listening, which I don't think he would, but
He knows exactly who the fuck he
Doesn't
is.
matter.
If,
Shit,
if
it's
he
you.
was
No
listening,
shit.
he
No
knows.
shit.
Yeah.
No shit. And then the kid was like in the corner and like he was pouring water into a glass, like the dickhead, like holding it up, like pouring it, like he was trying to be like fucking cocktail. And I was like, I just hope this kid dies. Like I
Shout
hope
out to Brian Flanagan.
I hope this kid dies like in a fucking fiery car wreck tonight on Route 1. Like I hope his car flips over into Harbor Freight and just fucking just
in
blows
10
apart.
mile an hour traffic.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I think I feel this is
Yo,
this,
what
is
about-
this is like therapy.
Therapy.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Bobby, you back up.
All right, so number 2 for me is when you're in a social setting, right, and you have a hostage taker. And what that means is, right, when you have to, so you're in a conversation with a bunch of people, right, and then somebody zeroes in on you and just kidnaps you.
the worst.
And it's like, blah, 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 and you're trying to shuffle right, shuffle left, nothing.
Barry
and you-
Sanders
and
can't
you
do it.
can't get out of it. You know what I mean? So this is, and I don't know if people understand this, right? When I start saying that's crazy, right? I'm checked out.
Yeah.
I'm checked out, right? And if you ever hear me say, wow, that's crazy, that means I'm sending an SOS out to anybody. Dude, and it happened, right? And this kid, he was going on with this run-on fucking story, right? And I'm like, and I'm giving the wink and the gun to the kid next to me, and he's like trying to interject. The kid would go like this, and go right back to me and start saying the same thing, dude. I couldn't get out. I had to leave. Dude. And I was enjoying myself. Like, you get what I'm saying? I said, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Happens.
Dude,
It does happen.
But why does it have to happen? Like, dude, if you didn't get the hint, if I'm like this, if you're like, yeah, then my mother died, and I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. And then you're like, and then my dog died, and I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. You know what I
Wow,
mean?
that's
And then
crazy.
finally you hit me with the third one, and I go, wow, that's crazy, right? I'm done. I'm checked out. Like, leave me alone.
Listen,
Gonzo.
I feel this so hard. My younger sister, like she went to college with me too, right?
Yeah.
And so she has a whole group of friends who are awesome. Ann Sealy, by the one of the biggest corkers that's ever fucking
Fact.
lived. Anyways, Ann's great, but like she has these friends, and she's like, "Do you understand?" She's like, "That it's so obvious when you're not interested." And she goes, and then I'm like, "Oh, I mean, I'm not trying to be that way." She goes, "Yeah, but then when you are interested." It's so obvious that you are interested. She's like, so you're like chopping it up like
no
crazy.
happy
I'm like,
medium.
well, what do you want me to do? If they have bad stories, I don't want to fucking listen to them.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want
That's
to
it.
listen to that. Like,
I'm a big meat and potatoes type of guy. You get what I'm saying? Give me the I feel like saying, give me the fucking meat of this conversation. You know what I mean? What do I have to say to you to get out of here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are the bullet points, the keywords, the hot buttons?
Can we get the check?
dude,
That's
I'll
it. Like,
listen, I've
check.
worked with my wife on this many years.
Yeah.
I've been like, Okay, that part of the story didn't need to be in it. I'm like, I'm being constructive because you're gonna tell stories to other people other than me who aren't gonna be so patient.
Yep.
Like, and she's like, so anyways, Rob came home, and so when he came home, and then he was like, and my dad had he had a BMW then. So anyways, I'm like, that has no bearing on this story, at all.
Yeah.
Like, we're not you know what I mean? So you gotta get to the point.
That's it. I just need the meat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You just want the ribeye.
I don't need to know what's on the wine list. I don't need to know the app. You
No.
get what I'm saying? I want a ribeye medium rare. You know what I mean? That's it. That's all I need.
I love it. I'm all in. This is already we're talking like top 10 episodes right now
Think so?
already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
We're cooking.
You're up.
Let him cook.
So I hate.
Gay guys.
Holy shit.
By the way, I told you it was gonna be a top 10.
That's wild. That's a wild assumption. I hate shopping
Amen.
no matter what. I don't like going into a store. If I'm going into a store,
I
I
love
go.
food shopping.
You like food shopping?
Love it.
Where?
Anywhere.
Market basket?
Market Basket and Revere.
Come on, will you?
I was gonna say
There's
that's
no
wild.
way, dude.
I don't mind it.
That's like a
There's
war
no
zone.
way. I want to punch someone.
The
in
worst
Market
part about-
Basket.
the
I will
worst
go
part
to
about-
I'll pay more to not have to deal with
The worst
people
part
and
about
crowds.
Market Basket for me is you never get close parking because it's always packed. We know that, but I can deal with that. Parking far away sucks for me. Like I don't like that.
If it's pouring, it sucks. Otherwise, I like getting my steps in.
Yeah, I don't need to get.
So,
steps
anyways, right? Yeah,
I'm a $1.30.
You're a fucking skinny Grinch body.
in. That's right.
So I hate it anyways, right? I know exactly what I'm going there for. I beeline to what I need, I grab it, and I beeline to the fucking register. You know what I hate is waiting in fucking line.
Yeah, that sucks.
Especially when there's like 7 registers that are closed. Open the fucking registers. You see a line forming.
Yeah.
Like literally, I'll be at a store and there's like 2 checkout places that are open and lines are backing up and there's other people walking around doing fucking fuck all.
Right.
I don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're not doing anything. I'll be like, I'll scream in a supermarket. Help up front because they're not going to go over into
I was gonna say, imagine seeing
big-
Fitzy fucking saying that.
dude.
I'd be like, yeah, right way, sir. Let me clock in.
I mean, they legitimately they should be like, "Hey, we need help up here. There's a fucking line
Yeah.
forming, right?" So I'll literally scream in the middle of Market Basket and tell them that they need help up front.
Can I give you a hack?
Hardly ever works.
Can I
but
help you ease your pain?
Yes, please.
I know
What's
what
that
he's
from?
gonna
Oh,
say.
that's from.
I know what he's gonna say.
That's from. What's it called? That's from Field of Dreams. Ease his pain. Okay, here's what I do now because I feel the same way. I actually don't mind food shopping, but if there's massive lines, that does annoy me. And the self check. Let's not even talk about it.
Okay. I thought that's where you're going. Sorry.
I throw my fucking headphones in. I throw on fucking Rogan or some other podcast I like or tunes. I shop, and when I'm standing in line, I'm listening to fucking like Theo Vaughn talk to fucking Joe Rogan, and that makes me like relaxed, and I can deal with it then. If I don't have anything in my ears because I'm so ADD, I can't deal with it.
So I'll try it because I don't do that.
Yeah,
I will try.
I never
that.
used to, but I'm telling you right now,
I
it's
will
good.
try it because maybe that will help.
yeah.
But I also usually have an ankle biter with me, so it's like I gotta
I didn't
focus
even think
on
about
fucking
that. Yeah, I'm at the age where
what's
those
going
kids
on
don't.
with the kids and
Yeah.
what's going on in my fucking head.
Yeah, you can't do that.
sensory
Actually, I forgot about
overload
that.
too, dude.
Yeah, because you got one in another one is the worst is fucking. I got one in and the kids are like, "Daddy, I need this. Daddy, I need that." And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Fucking."
I just missed a punchline.
Yeah.
Fucking.
My kids are so old now. Like, I was talking with them the other day. It's like they come with different problems. Like, you have. Actually, I'll say this for the fucking. Remind me of this. Remind me of kids shitting their pants.
Yeah,
for the-
someone other than me.
for the Patreon.
I'm not
Go
gonna-
ahead. You're right.
Well, no, because to spin off that, and again, this isn't my first one, but I'm gonna go with cashiers.
Yeah.
All right.
They fucking suck, and it's not their fault.
Now, like, are we talking all cashiers?
All of them, and I'll tell you why. Because it's not their fault that it's 9 times out of 10, it's either an old crusty woman or it's a teenager in their first job, right? So they're just trained to do what they're trained to do. The protocol that they're telling you to, do you have your card, sir? Nope. They put one in anyway. Would you like fucking insurance on this? No, I'm trying to get the fuck out of here as fast as possible. Do you want a warranty? Do you want to sign up for our credit card? I don't want any of it. If I did, I'd tell you.
I want to cash out.
Yeah, I want to get the fuck out.
Yeah,
of
that's what I want.
I
Yeah.
fucking hate it. And these poor people, like, I take it out. I'm like, I don't want anything. Leave me the fuck alone. You see these 6 groceries I have? That's what I came here for. I don't want to save 10 cents. Beat it.
Yeah.
Keep the change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm at Dick's Sporting Goods, and they're like, you want our credit card?
Oh,
No.
dude.
No. No. I could anywhere.
Let me
Bob's,
tell you what else is
fucking-
obnoxious.
Bob's. Is that even a thing anymore? Bob's.
Bob's in our business.
Coles.
Coles
has
is still
like-
around.
Yeah, and it's every one of those department stores. Macy's is the fucking worst. Macy's. I'm in there for a fucking pair of cufflinks and it's $15.
Dude.
Do you want to sign up for it?
I don't know if I-
get
Not at all.
10% off. No.
I won't be back in the next 10
I'm
years.
gonna lose these
So
6
no.
hours in. I'm good.
I don't know if I told this story on the podcast, but me and Tommy went to Macy's because like he had to get like a fucking something for like a banquet or something. And he wears sweatpants as a permanent like fucking uniform. So I took him there and like we're sitting at
all our
square
kids,
one
bud.
fucking Macy's. I might have told this, but I did, forgive me. And there's a guy and he's talking to this woman. He guy is like a higher above her in the echelon of Macy's, if that's the thing. And this woman's like, yeah, I'm listening to the guy and he goes, I keep telling the guys at at headquarters, like, don't count out square one Macy's. Like it's
a
I think
dog?
there's a lot of possibilities there. And she's like, I tell you, we're doing, and I'm like, if there's one thing you can
did tell
count
us.
out, if
Yeah,
there's
you
one thing
said
you can
this,
count
yeah.
out, square one Macy's.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's the
100%.
worst Macy's. By the way, count out Macy's.
Yeah,
They're
period.
fucking going down too. Fucking zeros.
All those department stores.
Those poor cashiers, like they're just trying to make a buck, and obviously they work off a commission. Foot Locker. I mean, we're all sneakerheads, right? You want to buy socks? If I wanted to buy socks, I'd let you know.
That's it.
You think I would? Oh wow, I need some fucking socks today. I know you're getting $4 on every sale.
Yeah.
Beat it.
Yeah.
Just like I said, meat and potatoes. You want to go in there, get your fucking shoes and bounce.
No,
Dude, what
it's
happened to
really-
that? What happened to regular commerce? You know what I mean? Like buying a product and being like, oh, I need eggs. I go to the egg guy and he sells me these eggs. He doesn't be like, oh, by the way, I also got some fucking cheese. like no, you're the fucking egg guy. You know what I mean? Like that's what I want.
Just be
That's
the egg
why.
guy.
That's why Bezos is winning.
Yeah,
Because
you're right.
You go right to fucking Amazon. You
get
pick what
everything.
you want, and it's at your doorstep the next day.
Yeah.
Do you think he like? All right, let me ask you a question.
And his
This is-
workers
now
don't
we're getting
get
off-
lunch
we're getting off
breaks.
a little subject. Do you think like do you think Bezos like if you have like that much money or that fucking rich, like, do you think they're like you must be so fucked up? Like you know what I mean? You can't be a regular person. So
He
like.
couldn't come on this podcast if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, look
Well,
at
I'll tell
fucking.
you right now, surprise, next week, we got Bezos.
Next
Yeah.
week we got Elon
Fucking-
Musk.
Yeah, exactly. One of my buddies actually told me, he's like, I can get this guy in the podcast that he knows who's like a whatever. He's an artist, and I'm like, great. And I'm like,
I'm an
fucking
artist.
never want that guy in the podcast. I'm like, listen, this podcast is for fucking, it's for the, salt of the earth, fucking brick by brick motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I think that's a great one, by the way. I think that's a great
Yeah.
one. All right.
And it's not the cashiers themselves. It's just the protocol that they have to fucking do. It's bullshit.
Can I tell you my? Here we go. All right. This is my next one. Now I've often said this. Like I'll tell you, we're on YouTube right now, right? Watch this.
yeah.
Right. This is what I got left.
Attaboy.
It's fine.
Attaboy.
Right. I don't give a fuck.
Me neither. Look
Right.
at
I don't
this.
give a fuck.
Yeah.
Look at.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It is what it is. Right.
I mean, I
Still
cut
working.
my hair, but I'm here.
Anyways,
Pun
my
intended.
point being this.
Yeah.
Here's my point. I don't give a fuck about the vanity of getting old. I don't give the fuck that I'm like chubby. All I want to do is live longer than to see my kids get married. That's all I give a fuck about. I don't give a fuck about all the other stuff. So getting old in the sense of like, if people be like, oh, you're old, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, that's what happens, by the way. That's the worst
Yeah.
comeback of all time. Be like, oh, you're old. Like this kid, my buddy Sean asked me, I hope he's listening to this. Good dude. The other Cornhole podcast. He's like, well, you're so old. I'm like, dude, it's literally the worst comeback of all time. It's like, yeah, you get older every year. That's what happens.
But isn't it
Anyways.
an accomplishment? Like you made it. Like,
100%.
nobody counted me to
Yeah,
be 40
by the
years
way,
old.
I'll tell you right now. By the way, if you fucking let's just put it this way: this room wasn't long for the world. If you know what I'm saying, you know what I
That's
mean.
what I mean.
So
And we out here.
yeah. So
Thriving.
so I got no problem with getting old, and I have no problem with like losing my hair, anything like that. I have no problem with it. Like
But
I don't
you know
care.
what you still do?
What?
Trim your nose hairs and trim your
Well, 'cause I
ears.
wanna get
hairs.
laid
You're a
every
fucking-
once in a while, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a necessity.
That's a necessity. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is this: I will give you an example. So on Friday night, Maggie went out with like all her friends from. I'm like, I'll take care of all the kids. You go out, have your fun, right? So my daughter's like, she's a senior at MC. She's like, can you drive me to the movie theater in Woburn? And I'll, like to meet my friends. I'm like, yeah, absolutely, but you gotta get a ride home. Done. Driver there. Tommy's like, get Chick-fil-A. Like, I want fucking Chick-fil-A. I want 2 sandwiches. I want fucking 12-piece nugget. And like fucking 9 waffle fries, whatever you wanted, right? So I got myself a spicy chicken sandwich.
Hell yeah.
Right?
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I got. I got myself a Friday night treat. Been pretty good all week. Producer, if you listen. But anyways, get it for myself, right?
Yep.
So like, I woke up at fucking 4:30 in the morning. My guts are coming out of themselves, and I'm like, oh, and I'm on my my frail legs. They look like Scrooge, like a fat Scrooge. Like I'm like shitting my brains out, then laying back down, then getting back up to shit my brains out because my stomach can't handle it anymore. You know what I mean? That's
built for it
That's
anymore.
the part of getting old I don't like. Like I don't give a fuck about you're older and like time's going by. I don't feel that way at all. Let me tell you right now. I sincerely believe this. If you want to do something in life, you better fucking do it, right? Like, and I've always been that way, probably to a fault. Like, if I want to do it, I'm doing it. Like, actually, to a point where Maggie was like, "Don't get it on your calf, get your tattoo on your leg," and I'm like, "I want to get it on my." She's like, I let you do whatever the fuck you want. I was like, she actually does. Like, she's got a great point here. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing Sunday night? Like, you don't watch movies with the kids? No, I got my buddies over here. We're catching wreck with Bobby C. Like, fucking
Drinking beers and watching football.
yeah. So, anyways, that's the part of getting old I don't like. Like, my IT band on my left side, like right side hurts. Like, I'm like, like my fucking leg hurts. And I'm like you were saying, sciatica, right?
Yeah, dude, I gotta go to the back doctor tomorrow. Dude. I'm all
100%.
banged up.
And by the way, I've never lifted a fucking box in my life. I'm the biggest lily white pussy you ever met in your life. Like, never done a day of hard work. That's why I said at the ironworking tournament, I was telling that story last night.
Fucking lace curtain
Where my father was
Irish.
like,
Irish.
where my father was like, when one of Josh's guys had to call out because he threw his back, and the other guy, Mike, he's a business agent now. He can't pull the fucking thing back here and go there. And I'm like, my father goes, and then you come in there like Fred Astaire, just fucking like dance all over
right
the
on
tee.
in
Like fucking been sitting at a desk all day, fucking no problem. So anyways, that's my thing. Getting old, but not because I feel like I'm losing time. Getting old because I feel like my body's starting to just
break
do
down.
things that aren't like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like that's
holy
what
shit,
happens.
what the fuck was that?
My father said to me, dude, like I was playing 4 years ago. I was playing hoops every night. Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings at 7, and then I was playing Sunday mornings at 8, right? I was in the best shape I'd been in my adult life. And I was like, this is awesome. And I was like, and I'd like to play hoops, so it was great, right? Snapped my calf muscle. I said to my father, I'd never been injured in my life. Broke both my fingers here. And he goes, yeah, you were never fucking 40.
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
like, that's
Exactly.
why you fucking never got injured. You were a kid, you know what I mean? So, anyways.
The getting old thing, dude, I'll tell you this. So last year, I became lactose intolerant. Talk about a fucking twist of events.
Wait,
right?
Fritzy, did you say you hate gay guys?
So listen, dude.
How fucking soft
I
is that,
married
Bob?
dude, it's super soft. You know what I mean?
By the way, the way you
might as well
just-
be allergic to gluten, too, you know what I mean?
The way you delivered that was like an admission of
Yeah.
It is. It's a
guys-
shame, dude. Dude, my wife's 100% Italian. Cheese is everywhere.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
So it's funny. I'll be eating. She'll be like, Bob, there's cheese in there. And I said, sometimes you just have to choose violence. Man. You know what I mean? And just like you said, dude, I'll be sleeping. It'll be like 2 o'clock in the morning. And all of a sudden, my fucking
Like,
and I'm like, oh, Jesus, I don't know if I can make it to the shitter, dude.
Yeah.
What? Talk
Hey,
about
it's-
your best friend turning on you. You know what I mean? I love cheese.
Cheese.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Dude, and you know what the fucking dude? I'll tell you right now, like
fuck,
this is turning into like the old dad's
Be my
podcast.
dog. You.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Me and him, we're cool, dude.
Yeah, cheese is a guy. Cheese is my guy.
go-to.
Dude, I'll tell you right now, my wife
Fucking
is
Judas
convinced.
ass motherfucker.
Turned on.
My wife is dead convinced because my 2 daughters have celiac. My youngest daughter, like I've told the story before, but she started just getting sick for like weeks and weeks. Take her to like these 2 have celiac, Tommy doesn't. But it has to run in the genes somewhere. So like Maggie thinks because I would be so often on carbs that I have it, right? And like I'm like, but like Tommy's like, I'm never getting tested. I don't care if I die. Like, Tommy's like, I'll eat goldfish till I fucking die.
Yeah, he chooses violence every time, and I hear him.
100%. Yeah,
He's my type of people, dude.
Yeah,
I'll just say, like, you're gonna tell me I'm sitting at dessert and they bring out a cheesecake. I'm not smashing that. You're out of your fucking
Didn't
mind.
you say
dude.
that was like one of your favorite things?
In the world, dude. In the world. Like I said, it's a betrayal to my core, dude. Like, imagine not being able to have cream, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I have to drink coffee black now. I've been a fucking extra cream and extra sugar type of guy my entire life. Now I'm drinking bean juice with nothing in it. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Like, this is my life now. Like, it's wild, dude. Getting old sucks, but I made it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. can't even eat Chick-fil-A. Like I'm such a pussy. It's not like I ate like 100 Scoville fucking sauce. Like I had a Chick-fil-A sandwich. Like, whoa.
That's what I mean.
Like I said, like I look like my grandfather. Like
Keeled
like,
over in the fetal
with
position.
I'm like taking a shit with like my gross legs. Like you know what I mean? Like I look like Purdue chicken taking a shit. You know what I mean? I fucking grossest person of all time. Like I look like nobody would ever want to fuck you if they saw you doing that. Like
Keeled over on the hopper.
Dude, yeah,
Your poor wife. That's what I think.
Dude, forget fucking idiot. Like you see that, dude? You're never gonna be sexual again.
No, you can't
like
come
your
back
wife
from
wouldn't
that.
even be able to have sex with another guy. Like that's you.
Trauma. She's gonna have to put the headphones in and listen to a podcast and disassociate. You know what I mean?
It's just the Vietnam flashbacks.
Wild.
Great.
All right,
The only thing that I can associate with right now, like being old, with besides like the gray hairs, like I take a Prilosec every day.
Yeah, see?
Everything with acid just bothers me. If I look at an orange juice label,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
It's crazy. It just happens overnight.
Yeah.
It just you're like one day
Yeah.
you're fucking chugging whole milk, you're eating fucking regatta pie and cannolis. Next thing you know, you're in the fetal position in the hopper at 3 a.m.
dude,
You know what I mean?
like a fucking zero.
Yeah,
All right,
exactly.
real quick before you go, couple ads. There you go. This is Fitzy. Oh, it's Fitzy's sign.
sponsored by Hunt Milk.
Sponsored by Fitzy's bathroom break. Bella's roast beef. Okay, let's just talk about this place for a second. We're talking about the best beef in the world. I'm actually going to go up there. I think next Saturday is where I'm going to go up. Because I have a party Friday night. By the way, you and Fitzy are invited. It's at
Yep.
Tedco party. So he wanted to know if you guys are going to go. So you got to let me know. Are you going to stop by?
Friday.
Yeah, you gonna stop by?
Yes, I
okay.
will.
Absolutely. So I'll report back. I'll talk to Fitzy in a second. Wives aren't going.
Correct.
Well, Maggie's not going. So you can bring Krista if you want, but she's not going to be there. So, anyways, let's start with Bella's. The best roast beef in the fucking country, as far as I'm concerned. Modern Butcher. Now, listen. I know everybody's heard about it. It is what it is. They don't serve beef every day. You know who serves beef every day? Harry. You know who sits in here and gets drunk with me on a Patreon party? Harry. All right. You know who shows up at the fucking party with the fucking king costume on? Harry. Okay. It's
He's a Greek god.
He's a Greek god. He's one of the best men
Fuck
of all
Zeus,
time.
dude. It's Harry.
1211 Osgood Street, North Andover, Mass. 01845 978 258 1123. I tell you right now, if you don't even like roast beef, I recommend if you like a salad, the blue cheese steak salad thing, like with the steak tips, was fucking unreal.
And I don't even like blue cheese like that. I think moldy cheese is fucking just terrible.
Well, I'll tell you right now,
It was bomb. I was there when you had it.
yeah,
It was fucking delicious.
It was unbelievable. I mean, Bobby C can't eat it, but it is what it is.
Another
you know?
one of my enemies.
Blue cheese.
I mean, moldy cheese ain't my forte either.
All right, Tedco. By the way, we were just talking about this. Fitzy, are you gonna stop by the Tedco party on Friday? Are you around, or if you're not, it's fine.
I might not be.
Okay.
And Teddy actually texted me tonight.
Oh, he did? Okay.
And he was like, "Hey, I meant to mention it to you guys. I told Mo." And I was like, I might be there, but I'm not going to be there at the beginning.
That's fine.
It would
Okay.
be late if I make it.
All right,
And
okay.
I will,
You're gonna be there.
if I can, it'll
Like,
be
you are-
at
don't
4.
give me if you can.
No,
You're gonna be
I'll be
there.
there.
I'm going
at 4.
early. I'm going
okay,
early.
yeah, I'll be at early bird.
Me and Gentile are going early.
Okay.
So you go with us.
Okay.
All right, that's how we roll.
Sounds good.
All right, Tedco. Listen, get in bed with Ted. We've talked about this. All right, the guy is one of the best fucking guys you've ever known. He's one of the best guys that's ever gonna fucking give you an estimate. If you get some work done in your house, you got to be doing it with Ted. All right. 617-996-6827. They do it all. So you have basements, fucking additions, like whatever you need done. Like if I knew, like if the stars on the line, Teddy would have done my basement. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna sit here and lie because we're not liars. He didn't do my basement. All right, my basement's fine. Until it's not fine.
You
That's all I'm
had
saying.
you had some issues though. You hated the guy.
Yeah, I didn't love the guy.
We had some leg breakers out there. We had to.
100%. Yeah. I had to send Fitzy down there. You know what I mean? Like it was unbelievable. He was like yelling at cashiers and he was yelling at fucking he's yelling at this guy. So anyways, call Ted. All right,
Oh,
Teddy's
Ted.
our guy. Like I said, like Teddy is fucking one of the best guys. Great. They do great work. You can trust them. If like Ted fucks you over, you probably fucked up. That's a fact. All right, that's a fact. So like he didn't fuck you over, you fucked up. I'm just kidding. Teddy would never do that. Teddy's one. I consulted with him on every part of the project that I did. He's one of the best of the business. Go see Ted, and we'll see him on Friday night.
Let's go.
All right, Bobby, back up. Thanks just went off that fucking getting old thing. Jesus Christ.
Jesus. Here's a good one. Yeah. If it's a girl, the idea of having to meet new people, I hate it. And you want to know why? Because I'm not in the market for new friends at this point in my life. I'm not. You get what I'm saying?
I am here for this take.
So this is how I get introduced to people now, and this is the only way. I need 3 references, right, from people I already trust,
Yes.
right, and a background check.
Much
right?
like this. Much like this.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
It's like the Irish American.
That's what I mean. In the background check, a felony needs to be present, right? And then I want to know if you have a Yelp account. Because if you do, you're a teller, and I don't want
Yep.
anything to do with it.
Where
You get
else?
what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, because that's all that is telling on people,
You're a
right?
rat.
So that's what I'm saying.
Rat
If I'm
think.
like, oh, but what's up with the old Yelp? And you're like, oh, yeah, right, I'm fucking 5-star Yelper. See you later. I want nothing to do with you. You got too much time on your hands. You know what I mean? It's hard for me to like, and the thing is like, I like people, but I don't like people. You get what I'm saying? Like, I just don't. So that's my big thing. It's like, yeah, if you have a Yelp account, it's immediate dismissal.
I'll give you
to me.
an example. Okay, real quick. I'm gonna give you a quick example.
Next.
Yeah.
Of this exact thing. Listen, and here's the thing. When I say I love meeting. I had this conversation with my daughter. We were going somewhere. She's like, "It's so easy for you when you meet people." I'm like, I'm good at it, but I don't like doing it.
Yep.
I'm like, once I am doing it, but I explained to her, I'm like, once I start doing it, I feel better.
Yep.
So I'm trying to make her not be a fucking recluse because you're a child of COVID.
Yep.
I'm like, once you start doing it, you'll feel better, whatever.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm half lying to her because I'm not feeling that way because that guy's telling that story where he's like, and I'm going, that's crazy. That's
exactly.
crazy. I'm doing the
Yep.
Bobby C.
Yep.
But like I had a dude like a couple of years ago. It was actually maybe pre-COVID. Good dude. Whatever. Anyways, my buddy leaves sunglasses at his house. We were there, and he's like, I'll drop them off to you, and like, I'm over, and he's like, I'm like, nah, I'll just leave them. Like,
Trying everything you do to
yeah,
avoid them.
the guy, this guy owns a bar, so I'm like, I just leave him at the bar. I'll pick him up, and he's like, no, I'll drop him off, and I'm like, that's cool. And by the way, this guy's a great guy, but I'm like, and then like, he's like, no, I'll drop him off. I'm in the neighborhood, and I'm like, fuck. So I'm
30
outside,
minutes, I'm never getting
outside
back.
talking to this guy, right? Who's a very great guy. And my best is Maggie knows me like the back of her hand. So like I walk in, she goes, "Oh, how's your new best friend doing?"
Exactly.
And I'm like, I don't have the bandwidth for like. And here's the thing about me: I actually have room for new friends. Like, Bobby, we've only known
Absolutely.
each other for a little while, right? But like, you better throw high 90s, and I'll tell you right now, you better not need me all the time.
But here's
like,
the thing, Brendan. Your references checked out. You get what I'm saying? You had 2 unbelievable references. They're like, kid's a good kid, kid's a good kid. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, all right, he's a good kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And from that point on, we're cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna catch wreck. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna have a great time, right?
Yes.
But if like it's a stranger or something like that, like I got nothing for you,
Dude,
You
I
know
got,
what I mean?
I mean, a stranger, Jesus
what I
Christ,
mean.
you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing worse, by the way, when you're, this could be another one, but like when you're sitting at a bar and like, you're just there by yourself, you're having lunch or whatever you're doing, like,
Mm-hmm.
and the guy's like, oh, seltz. And you're like, I'm like, you want to just be like, grab this, like, boom, just like bottle the guy. Oh, I spilled all over the place. Either one of those.
I was a little dry anyway.
Yeah.
Worst thing you can do is wear a fucking Boston Red Sox hat because every autistic uncle comes up to you and is like, huh, they suck this year, huh?
What
And
about
I'm
the
like,
top of
I'm
the
like,
seventh?
who the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, oh, fucking stupid hat.
They got rid of fucking Alex, huh?
You're like, who?
I'm like, what are you talking
Jesus
about?
Christ.
I don't even, whatever, we'll go ahead. You're up.
All right, so people who use riot shields and knives in search and destroy.
They're the worst people ever. They're the worst. They're all on the South Shore.
Explain this to me the other day. South Shore people.
It's all South Shore people that do it.
Yeah. So that's a Call of Duty reference for me and Bob C because we're fucking
Absolute
beasts on the
nerds.
sticks, dude.
Big nerds.
But
Yeah,
that's not
love
not legit. My real one, the next one, my real one is cyclists and bike lanes.
This has already been
I
a fraud,
fucking-
but I want to hear your take on it.
I fucking hate it. I hate it. Drive on the sidewalk.
Yep.
Don't be in the
That's what we
street.
were all taught.
That's what I mean. Drive on the sidewalk. If there's an old lady coming with their fucking cart, then creep into the street, but watch where the fuck you're going.
Yeah.
They think these bike lanes are a fucking force field that they're not going to get hit.
Yeah.
Like, my car weighs fucking 3,000 pounds. I'm going to kill you if you fucking get out in front of me.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
I mean,
Somerville is a fucking nightmare. I hate it. Malden's bad.
Not any better.
Cambridge has been bad for years.
forever.
Now they've integrated bike lanes and bus
Blacks,
lanes
too.
together.
Blacks.
Yeah, blacks.
Blacks,
They
too.
definitely have.
Malcolm X hat. Just want to fucking drop that.
Bike lanes and bus lanes now. So Broadway in Somerville used to be
Huge.
4 lanes.
Yeah.
Two coming towards you, 2 going with you. Now it's 1 lane either side and a bike and a bus lane.
Nuts.
But those lanes ain't even big enough to pass another car.
This
you know
is
what I mean?
no,
It's
all right.
tight.
And yeah,
This is what's happening to the world.
everyone wants they want to go clean.
Me too.
Green.
Listen.
in bikes.
And meanwhile, China's
Public
fucking like, fuck off.
China's like, guess what? We ain't doing it.
Just dropping loads in
Yeah.
our faces
But
every
like
fucking
burn
day.
more coal.
Yeah.
Do you know one of the first things you ever
Have
gave me
2
for
kids
advice?
max.
First, one of the first. I don't even think we met in person yet. And you were like, you got to watch this thing called Seaspiracy.
Oh yeah.
Great movie. Great
I haven't seen
documentary.
it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, dude. When
You
you,
gotta-
leave,
you gotta look it
when
up,
you
yeah.
leave here tonight, that's your homework.
I'm putting it in the notes right now.
Listen to me.
And so it's called Seaspiracy, right? In C
It's like
is like SEA, like the sea.
Yeah.
So they made it Seaspiracy, right? 10-cent heads. It should have been called Conspira SEA. Conspiracy.
Yes.
Let's
Fucking
go.
idiots.
I know.
Guy could write a book, by the way. I don't know
Yeah.
if you know that.
Huge
English
fucking
guy.
miss,
Yeah.
right? Love
English
English.
guy.
But basically, Bobby, what this is about is you remember like those ads seeing the poor turtle with the fucking straw in his nose?
Super straw.
Oh, yeah.
So we're all like, we're fucking littering.
Feelings.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you something. We've done dick all.
Yeah.
We haven't done anything.
It ain't us.
We can take a dump on the street every day for the rest of our lives.
I've seen it.
Wouldn't make a difference.
Just
Would
did it
not make a
last night.
difference. Because where it all goes
Yeah.
is just they're just like, we're just gonna dump it in the water anyway.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No one
Yeah.
cares, dude. But it is a great documentary. Anyone listening, you haven't seen it, you're an idiot.
And
I'll watch it.
the percentage that the United States is putting out for carbon emissions is not fucking up the world.
No.
It's India and China
100%.
not giving a fuck about anything.
So it
to
doesn't
do
matter
with
what
it.
we do.
They're
Yeah,
the
it doesn't
sweatshops
matter.
of the world.
By the way, I'm
yeah.
going to be dead anyway, so it doesn't matter.
You ain't lying.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to eat my second Chick-fil-A sandwich next weekend, I'll be
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
My old chicken legs, Purdue bodies.
Stroke out in the bathroom floor.
Yeah. He was a great guy. He was a great guy, but he ate a Chick-fil-A sandwich. That guy, I'll tell you right now, I'd rather die eating that Chick-fil-A sandwich than die on that mountain, though. That's what I'm
Oh yeah. Fuck the peak. So
Peak ain't work.
those 2 fucking 2 a.m. dumps where you're in
Yeah.
bed and it
Yeah.
wakes you up like gurgling.
The emergency dump.
But it's like a challenge for me. I take it as like a challenge.
like
see
climbing a
how
mountain.
see how good I
Yeah.
am, right? Because I get to the toilet and like the worst
Your
part of
stomach
it.
knows that you're there.
But the worst part of it is like when you go to bend down to land on the toilet seat, if you're gonna explode before you get
Do you
there.
have a squatty potty?
No, negative.
It's the best. You have one?
A what?
Squatty potty.
What the fuck
You know
is
what
that?
this is?
It's like putting your feet up so you
I
can take
remember
like,
when
a
men
better
used to
dump.
hunt.
Squatty potty. Listen to me. It was Danny Gillis.
So hey,
References a reference review, boys.
Listen to me, and listen to me
Danny's
good.
out.
Listen, I swear to God, I will do this right now. We'll do a fucking Patreon Yankee swap tomorrow.
What is it, dude?
Dude, it's what I got for a Yankee swap one day. It's literally just a fucking
Stool.
stool.
Okay.
But it's called, they market it as a squatty potty. That's what it is. But it could be a fucking.
What are the benefits? Give me the meat. What is this?
You put your legs up and it opens your colon and it's like soft serve ice cream. It's great. It's great. I can't
It's
shit
also
without
great
it.
for getting
Well,
banged.
I'm gonna put it on my Amazon wish list.
I swear, Bobby C, I'm
is
looking
it
you
real?
one project kid to another project kid.
What do you think he brought?
This is like a $10
Listen,
investment.
let me tell you
It's
right
the
now.
best thing I've ever done.
And all these guys showed up with coffees the other day. And who does he brought? Greta, a squatty potty. That's what he brought.
You got stock in this
And
company?
guess what she said? I've always wanted one of these.
Yeah, that's right. By the way, I think I told this story.
She's
but,
like, thank you so much. Subscribe to my OnlyFans.
Exactly.
I think, did I tell this on the Patreon? Or did I tell it? Whatever. At Thanksgiving, I was like kind of cocked, and I was like talking to my nephew who's like in like the 5th grade, and I was like, "Who's your girlfriend?" He's like, says her name, and I'm like, "You know, that's crazy." I'm like, tomorrow morning, I'm like, she wakes up, she have to take a monster dump, and he was like,
Yeah.
I think it was just
Horrifying.
Ruined
in
them,
text
dude.
with us.
yeah, I think it was on text to you guys, and he was like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like she takes dumps like
Everyone
you do.
dumps.
Massive dumps.
Has to take massive dumps. You know what I mean? Everybody does.
Thanksgiving,
It's part
the
of
day
life.
after Thanksgiving.
By the way,
Hold-
that's
Plumber's dream.
okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm up. Am I up?
I'm up. I didn't go.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's in.
fuck.
I got to remember this. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
We can. I mean, I'll remember mine.
No,
I have
go
my
ahead,
shit
go
written
ahead.
down.
You're up,
Like a
you're up.
gentleman.
Came prepared.
Yeah. One of these. Well, this is like in line with a fraud that I have said before, but paying to park is the worst thing ever.
Get you every time.
So my old fraud was parking garages because I think that is the biggest fraud ever. But paying to park on a street where we already pay taxes,
You're right.
and fucking do everything for this state, any state, right?
Yep.
But paying to park just fucking grinds my fuck. There is nothing to a garage. There's nothing to a street. You're just there, and you're gonna spend money. You're there for a reason, right? You're not going there to walk around town. You want to spend money in the fucking neighborhood. Drives me fucking bonkers.
I hear you.
Oh, it's a bad one.
That's why
it's horrible.
free ad, but not a free ad because they pay for these ads. Lily Peas.
Right.
You know what I mean? They validate.
validate.
parking.
Yeah.
Absolute gentleman.
Well,
You know what I mean?
Listen,
But he still has to pay for that. It just drives me crazy. Why can't we just park anywhere we want?
No, yeah. I agree.
I mean, leave the handicap
That's like
spots
what
for the
you said.
handicap spots.
Absolutely.
But that's another fucking thing. Those people that are handicapped, if you're handicapped, you got to take your license test every year.
half of them have used their mother's
Otherwise,
fucking
you're going to go
handicap.
through a
Dude,
Boston Market on Route 1 North.
I'll tell you right now, I'd like to do an expose on half those people who are using their mother's handicap fucking stick and drive around like dickheads.
My buddy got popped on that.
Did he?
The handicap lady was dead. And he took her thing and he was working at the
Shoot a
garden.
shoot.
Yeah, that's it. You gotta shoot a shot. You know what I mean? But he was parking at the garden, working.
Wait, was this dude, did he get popped like on like Fox News?
I don't know, but I know they were like, hey, bud, she's been dead for 6 months. And he's like, that's crazy.
Wow.
Dude,
Dude, let's wrap this up.
Yeah, and then he was like, they hit him with like a 500. They were going to take his license away, this, that, and the other thing. Like, it was wild. He used it on another block the next week. I swear to God, he just moved the car like 2 blocks down where the meter maid wasn't, because they go by like every 3 blocks in Boston. Yeah, absolute legend.
Yeah, meter maids, that's a spineless job. And I'm sure someone knows, like, my grandmother's a meter maid. Like, I'm not talking about her personally. I just think I would do another job.
Yeah.
You know what I
Fuck
mean?
her too.
But while we're on the topic,
All right.
paying a park, fuck
All
that
right,
shit.
I'm gonna give you one of my all timers, one of my fucking biggest ones that's never sits right with me. So I was born into a household of a family, obviously, as most of us are. I have 2 sisters, a mother. My mother is a very she's like, if you look up like Irish Yankee woman like in the dictionary, like you find my mother. She doesn't suffer fools, as we've said. She does not take shit.
She's awesome.
Like people walked in fear of her in the hallways or loved her. Like she just won't take. Like she will help you out, but like if you try to give her lip, you're fucking done.
Yeah.
Like my mother was like, she's not. I've said this.
I would have been a kid in the school that would love to see her go up and down someone.
Oh, dude, I'll tell you right
I
now.
would have just been like,
There's
oh,
never
fucking
been
look
the
at Mrs.
ultimate
Ahern,
story.
she's fucking that kid.
I'll tell you,
Yeah.
my younger sister Emily, who is like an unbelievable person, but she also is like she's like a leader. She doesn't take shit. She always tells the story. She's like, this girl was fucking. She came home. She was crying. She's like, this girl Jessica was. Where my mother goes. My mother goes, get a hold of yourself. Get a hold of yourself. You got to let some girl push you around like that, make you cry, and it's like she got.
Love her.
She made my
Love
sister.
her.
She made my sister into like a hard ass.
Good.
And it helped.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, but here's my fucking thing that pisses me off. We have a good female listenership to this show. When I'll tell you right now, when a guy walks in, he's like, he's like, yeah, I fucked her and I did this, I did that with her. I'm like, dude, you are a fucking zero.
Yeah, no respect.
You are a narcissist.
Could give a fuck less.
You are a narcissist, first of
Who
all.
does that, though?
Oh, there's
There's a lot of
there's
these
people.
fucking
Yeah,
zeros
there's
do it.
people.
First of all, you're a narcissist. Second of all, you have no self-esteem because you're trying to
Yeah,
prove
you're trying to
something.
build
And by the
yourself
way,
up.
meter
in front
maids
of
do
us.
that. Let's just be
Yeah.
all right,
100%.
Yeah, 100%. Meter maids and fucking Let's be completely honest.
South Shore meter maids.
You want to be honest? Like,
Exactly.
like this show is all about honesty. Let's be honest. Like, there's never been any woman who was blown away by the fucking first sex she ever had with me. You know what I mean? And I don't think in general. Like, I think as somebody who has had. By the way, and congratulations on having sex. Something that everybody does, right? And 2 people are a part of. And it's like, so she did this to me. It's like, dude. Oh,
I don't
she
need
did? What does that even do for you?
Yeah.
Like, it makes me, I always tell my son, now he's getting older, I'm like, and he's not even dating yet, but I'm like, dude, you have to respect women. Like, you have to. And, like, you can't be running him, like, he wouldn't run his mouth at all. By the way, I'll tell that story in the Patreon, but,
I got a Patreon story, too.
Patreon
about that.
story. But, like, that annoys the shit out of me. Because
Me
I'm like,
too.
don't you have a mother? Don't you have a sister? You know what I mean? And what does it
Not
accomplish?
only that, I'm not impressed.
I'm not impressed at
I
all.
don't
But
give
there's
a
a
fuck,
cutoff for
dude.
that, right? So, like, if you were 14, 15, 16,
That's
and, like,
different,
and like
different,
fucking Mary Lou
different.
gave me a hand job down the park, you're like,
Totally
"Yay!"
different.
You
Right,
get what I'm
yes,
saying? But
yes.
after 18, dude, beat it. Like, what do we, you know what I mean?
Honestly, even back then, I was not impressed. I didn't give a fuck.
I can't say that because if like the hottest broad on town was like you were like, hey, X, Y, and Z gave me a hand job, I'd be like, damn it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Well,
like,
if you
I
liked
mean,
her,
if
it would annoy
maybe if
you.
it was my
yeah, it'd
friend,
be the hottest girl ever, sure.
if it was my boy, I'd be like, oh, good for you, you know?
Nah, I'd still be a little jealous, I'll be honest with you. At 14, 15, sure.
Fuck.
Dude, I give a fuck, and I'll tell you right now. One of my
Start a
buddies,
rumor
I'll tell you right
about
now. one of my buddies had my favorite
got
line of all
warts, I don't
time,
know.
right? He had my
Tiny
favorite
prick
line
on
of
him.
all time, right? All time. He was like, we were freshmen in college. He hooks up with this girl, and like we're like sitting around the fucking dorm room afterwards, and my buddy's like, "What'd you do? What'd you do? Did you bang her? You did this?" He just goes, Mark. He goes, "I'd like to believe we both had a good time and we enjoyed ourselves."
Oh, he's a gentleman.
Like that's
yeah.
it. Like
Yeah,
that's all you
yeah.
have to say. So like when you got a guy who's like, "Oh yeah, I fucking shit," it's like, dude, you have no respect for yourself to talk that way. You know what I mean? So
I agree.
I hate guys. like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That annoys the shit out of me.
That's like the Mr. 100.
Anyway, so this girl I was with college, right?
Even when like we were like 15, 16 getting beers and shit,
Yeah.
people would be like, oh, I drank 7 beers last night. What'd you do? I'm like, dude, boys count, men drink. I used to always say it in high school. I'd be like, boys count, men drink.
All right, Bobby, you back up.
I'm back up. Hey, hold on. Let me pull up this fucking Rolodex.
That's how you know you're getting old with Bobby. He's
I
gonna
know.
put his glasses
Oh my
back
God,
on and
they have
off.
reading glasses on. Hold on here. Hold on.
Cheaters.
What's it called? Let me see. Oh, here. People that care.
Soft.
You know what I mean? Anybody, this is what I'm gonna say. Anybody that honestly over cares about any fucking subject, right? You're not for me. So, because this is my motto in life, right? If it doesn't affect my mortgage and it doesn't affect a possible blowjob,
Amen.
I don't care about it. Do you
Totally
get what I'm
agree.
saying?
A fucking men.
That's what I mean. Like,
Totally
I
agree.
don't care. That's what brings me back to the Yelp thing. That's what brings me, like, when somebody, and that talking about the bike lane, like, there's somebody out there, right, that cared so much about a fucking bike lane. And it's like, there's so much other shit going on in this world. And you fucking care about a bike lane or a bus lane or or like Karens that are out there just fucking complaining about nonsense.
Everything.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
The internet ruined these people.
I know.
You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, it's like you just go to the internet to complain about nonsense. You know what I mean? Like,
it's an
I don't
outlet.
have any fucks to give.
Yeah.
Just like I said, my boss said something, I'm like, yeah. And I care, right? Because it
Yeah.
affects my mortgage.
Sure.
My wife wants to talk to me about fucking all organic dog treats. I don't really give a fuck, but it's going to affect the blowjob. So therefore, I have to care. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is, dude. You know what I mean?
was amazing.
Am I wrong?
No.
No.
Not
So
at
that's
all.
what I'm
You're
saying.
right.
So, like I said, mortgage, blowjobs. That's
Yep.
it. And there's really only 3 things I care about in this world, right? It's money, blowjobs, and the butter from Texas Roadhouse. That's about it. Those are the 3 things that I really give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Fitzy, before you go any further, can I talk about the butter real quick?
It's unbelievable.
Wait a minute. I was 19 years old, right? I was drunk as a skunk. Christy had just moved into like my project from one project apartment to the other. My mother,
Sidestep.
my mother is still alive, right? And I'm walking in sideways, and I'm trying to think. Oh, I think that I'm having chips and dip.
Yeah.
You know, my mother used to make the French onion dip, the Lipton soup one.
Oh,
come on,
unbelievable.
come on,
It's
Great
let's
tip.
go.
It's a great tip, by the way. It's a
Yeah.
great tip.
I'm sitting,
Timeless classic.
I am like Johnny Cage, finish him, fucking
Oh, yeah.
Mortal Kombat, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there, and my mother looks at me and she goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "I'm eating chips and dip." She goes, "That's fucking cinnamon butter from fucking Texas Roadhouse." And I'm just eating butter with toast. Let me tell you
Delicious.
something. It was unbelievable.
It didn't
It
matter.
was the best thing
It didn't
ever.
matter.
You didn't stop.
No.
No, it's
You
all over
topped
my
that thing right
knuckles.
up.
It was,
Yeah.
it was unbelievable. So, by the way, if you got any butter around, that's little Tostitos chips
Doesn't go wrong.
doesn't disappoint.
One of the best stories of all time ever. I remember like I have like I have a memory that like is really good for certain things, but then it just like evaporates everything else, right?
Yep.
So when I was like 8 or 9, like my father's father passed away. So we go to my uncle's
Your
house.
grandfather?
Yes.
Correct, sir. Take grandfather for 400. My grandfather passed away.
Doing the
save
math,
on the
doing the
dollar.
math. I'm like, carry the 2. Like,
So, anyways, by the way, it's a more gentlemanly way of saying grandfather. I just want to tell you that. Anyways, so they were telling these stories about him, like, you know what I mean? It's like all Irish uncles just telling stories about their father. And the story that got me the best was that he came home like he was fucking wrecked, you know. And he goes to my grandmother and he goes, I think I have the story correct. My father's gonna light my ass if I don't have it right. But he was like, he goes, that hash in the fridge. He goes, it's good, but it's about to turn. And and my grandma was like, that's fucking cat food. He finished it though. Just crushing cat food, like thinking it's fucking corned beef hash, like fucking like a gentleman. All right, who's up next?
It's Fitz.
Me.
All right, I gotta squeeze out. I have to take a quick leak.
All right, good, because I got to go into the fridge because I'm drying out right now.
Is it me or does a 12-pack just not go as far as it used to? So I gotta put my fucking Irish liver on blast. I've been going through way too many beers. No. And way too much food. Yeah, dude, it's the fucking holidays. I don't know if you heard, but Brendan was like, I was like, Brendan, I'm drinking way too much. I'm eating way too much. I'm up like fucking 18 pounds. He's like, Fitzy, it's the fucking holidays. I was like, it is the fucking holidays.
Damn right
I was
it
like,
is.
pass me another beer.
Yeah, give me another big beef too.
Me and my buddy, so we were talking about like initial COVID, right?
Yeah.
Now,
COVID
not
was,
for you.
COVID was so fun.
Hey,
COVID was cool as fuck, right?
I got
And
a
not,
piece for that.
So
yeah.
not for you.
Yeah.
Because they were like, listen, everybody should probably go out and get about 2 weeks worth of supplies.
Toilet paper.
Yeah, toilet paper, food, whatever you need for 2 weeks, right? And I would go to the liquor store and I'd grab 2 weeks worth of fucking booze. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like a day and a half later, I was like, I gotta go grab 2 weeks worth of fucking liquor. You know what I mean? And it was a really terrible time because there was such a shortage on fucking hand sanitizer
Yeah.
because I was drinking that shit like fucking crazy, dude.
When you ran out of booze.
They were like, you can't come out of your house and grab beers. I was like, all right, I'm drinking this hand
Dude,
sanitizer.
I got this 70% isopropanol.
I will say one thing that was, and there's a lot of like old doghouse cornhole guys who listen to this podcast. So like one thing that was pretty cool about like when we were in lockdown was that like what a lot of guys did was they organized this like Facebook page where it was like you could like challenge a guy, right, and be like, I'll throw fucking 10 rounds, you throw 10 rounds, $20, whatever, right? So like it would give you something to like get engaged with, right? And I remember one of the guys that like, because I was just drinking and eating. That's all I was doing.
Yeah.
One of the guys goes, dude, your I hate to put you on blast because he goes, your tits are sick right now. It's like, you're the best tits I've ever
Went from an
seen.
A cup to a fucking C.
Dude, I had just fucking cans going, like fucking some of the best cans. I used to beat off my own cans.
Brendan's,
Gonzadellas, dude. Just
Brenton's over there on FaceTime with the fucking wife beater on, throwing bags, and the kid's fucking jerking off to his tits.
his fucking nipples popping out the other side.
Check out this side boob.
He's like fucking Ahern hypnotized me with this side boob.
Dude, it's like, I'll tell you right now. I always say this right now. I'm like, listen, I've said it. Like, you know, God gives you. I said this last night. I was in here. I was talking to my old girlfriends, and I'm like, you can't. Like, I truly believe this. Like, for everything that you're awesome at, you pay a price on some other aspect of your life. It just is what it
100%,
is.
yeah.
There's no free lunch in this world, right?
Yeah.
So like. My body stinks. Like I look like I've had 3 kids. Like I look like I've had 3 kids. You know what I mean? Like my body.
You've
like,
been through the ringer.
Yeah.
Ian breastfed.
Yeah, and breastfeed.
Supposedly, if you put cocoa butter on your body, it makes all the stretch marks go away.
Yeah.
What about these long nipples, though, Danny? You got a remedy for that?
Danny,
I
I got a
use my
story.
slingshots. I don't know.
I was,
Danny, I got a
I was
story for you.
breastfeeding like fucking
Cocoa
homeless
butter's
dogs.
not helping me. I got no hair on my head and the shoulders of a fucking Fabio model.
All right, Danny.
All right. I think we can all agree on this one. Winning your money back on scratch tickets.
Oh, going flat. Just breaking even.
Just so
Oh,
dumb.
that's
I'd rather lose.
Stinks.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I would rather
Yeah.
lose.
Kissing
Call
your
that-
sister.
Kissing your sister. They call
Yeah.
it kissing
Yeah.
your sister.
It's so fucking dumb.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
You get this fucking 5X.
Yeah.
You're like, hell yeah.
Killed it.
Dog.
Hey, I'm about to go buy Maui.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, and
Not
they're
going
like-
to work tomorrow.
And then it's all $2.
Yeah, that's the worst.
so fucking
That's the
dumb,
worst.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so bad.
It's like
How's a $10 ticket give you $2 win it? You get what I'm saying?
Dude.
it's just
Yeah,
dumb.
you're supposed to win
five twos.
at least the value of the ticket.
That's what I mean. And a little bit more. You should
Back
think it
in
should
my
be.
day,
Yeah.
it would be like the value of the ticket
Yeah.
would
That's
be
what I
the
mean.
winner, you know?
I am convinced, like every time like the Mega Millions or whatever, Powerball always goes up to $1 zillion.
Yeah.
California always wins.
Always.
They don't have enough money.
I know.
Come
You ain't
on.
lying. You ain't lying.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, it's wild.
What are the Vegas odds on that?
Yeah. And think
fucking
about all those
bullshit.
people fucking ripping down Keno and fucking all those
That's
other
what I'm
things.
saying.
Dude, there's more
They
degenerates
need to
per
come to
square
Malden,
mile
dude.
around here.
Well, yeah, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Give me Robinson's News for 500, Alex.
Wow,
They're
dude.
out there with fucking just ripping heaters, looking
Yeah.
through the glass.
Dude, my mother used to go in there, right? And she'd go, pull the book. I'm being dead serious. She'd walk in there and go, pull the book.
Yeah.
And the guy would go, okay, and just pull the book. And that would be her book because she's agreeing to buy that whole fucking book at market value. You know, no discount. Dude, come on. That's what I mean.
That is
Like,
not. That's not the best trash story you've ever heard in your life. That's
Absolutely,
awesome.
dude.
Great.
Good guys,
That's what I'm
trash
saying.
people.
That's what I'm
Because
getting at.
honestly, if someone else buys your winner,
Oh, dude, it would be hell.
it hands.
Oh, 100% hand. My mother, with her fucking hunchback and her goddamn blonde hair, would hop over that counter and throw the mitts, dude, and she'd have a Misty 120 hanging out of her mouth. You know what I mean? 100%.
My mother, right? So like dirt poor as well.
Mm-hmm.
We would pay, the meat guy. Shout out to Carlo Maplewood Meat Market.
Yep.
He would let us get the meat at the end of the month.
Yep.
So I'm trying to explain this to my sister-in-law on Christy's side.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, "You could put food on layaway." I go, "No, it's not layaway."
Yeah.
Now I'm sitting there, I'm like, "Fuck, this is kind of like
Malden,
layaway."
and Maplewood Meat
Maplewood
Market.
Meat Market.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to go to the store. I'm not lying to you with a note. I was like 5.
Oh, I get the note stories all day.
With a note, and it'd be like a pound of cheese. So my mother would get the government cheese, right?
Oh,
and I'd
yeah.
walk into the store with it, and the deli guy would cut the cheese so we could have slices. You get what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
And there'd be a note with like $1.25 or something like that, and I'd be like, I also need a pack of Benson Hedges Menthol White 100s. And he'd look at me, he'd be like, and then he'd look out the window, and my mother'd be like, from the Project Stoop. She'd be like,
Yep.
and he'd be like, oh, all right, yep.
Shout out to Linden Variety.
Yeah, 100%. Formerly Lombardi's. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was, dude.
Shamlo Drug was mine, and they same thing. Brown paper bag. I'd be walking out there as a 10-year-old with 2 packs of Virginia Slims.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
One of
And,
the-
and her prescription. By
I
the
have
way.
to say, one of
Different
my
times,
all-time,
dude.
like,
Better
if I-
times, man.
at some point when we get, like, a real producer, like, shut up, Fonz, a guy can go back and comb through it and, like, do, like, the Howard Stern when they do, like, the best of.
Yep.
One of my all-time favorites, I have no idea what show it was on or whatever, was I was telling the story about my mother. I'm like, my mother was a great-looking woman, you know what I mean, back in the day. And Danny goes, my mother looked like a prisoner.
my mother was just like, she's been through some shit.
That's it.
Yeah,
Tough broad.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. All right, I'm up. Okay, here's my thing. And you said it earlier, so it's a play on kind of what you said, but I have it written down, so I'm just gonna say it. You said if it doesn't affect my mortgage, doesn't affect my blowjob, whatever, like I'm done with it, right? If you watch, like people are like, oh, people are addicted to porn, they're addicted to this, they're addicted to that, right?
I'm in.
People are addicted.
Hit all my mind.
People are, people are addicted. Not me, not present company. I don't think, but like, I'm not. If you sit there all day and you watch Fox News or MSNBC,
Oh, yes.
you got loser DNA running through your fucking system. I'll tell you right now.
You probably make a good Italian.
It
Shout out to the
is-
sub-Nazis.
listen, it's porn. It's not good for you. It's horrible for you.
Yeah, it is.
People like porno is not good for you. You know what's not good for you? Listen to fucking Tucker and telling me about
4,
it all
5,
day.
and 7.
And by the way, it's people with no minds. Like they have no like own thoughts. I don't want to listen.
They have
maybe-
to be told to put the Ukraine flag as their profile picture.
I've
That's
told
what it
this
is.
before.
It's all,
when I
it's
was
all
in
the same.
college,
It's the
when I
same
was-
umbrella.
It doesn't matter
Doesn't
what-
matter what side of the fucking.
When I was in
it's
college,
the same
yes.
one.
when I was in college, my buddy Paul Barrett grew up in the Northeast Kingdom of Vermont, one of the fucking best salty earth guys you've ever seen. Built like a brick shit house, right? We were sitting there one night, we were talking with the government or something, and somebody brought it up, and he's like, dude, he goes, I am pretty sure the government does tons of horrible things. He goes,
yeah.
But if it doesn't affect me, I don't give a fuck about it. And I'm like, he goes, I get to live in this great country and do whatever I have to do. So let me tell you, and here's the other thing too. Like, I don't know what's happening right now with the world because I don't really pay attention. I don't really give a fuck. But it's like, now it's like, oh, everybody hates like Jews and like they're pro-Palestine or whatever. It's like, first of all, let me tell you right now, I had a Malcolm X hat. That's a fact. I am.
It
joke,
checks out.
Listen, we joke around a lot.
So you're good.
Yeah.
But I'm saying this, we joke around a lot, obviously, but like, you know, Asian accents, whatever. White guys have small dicks, everything, right? Nobody's safe on this show.
No.
That said, like, dude, when those fucking 3 people got up on that fucking stage, they were like the Penn, the MIT, and the Harvard chick.
Wild.
And then
That's crazy.
Fucking
SNL
wild.
comes on last
didn't see
night,
it.
and they make the
see
congresswoman
it.
look like an idiot.
I didn't see it. Talk to me.
SNL made the congresswoman look like a dipshit, like who asked them the questions.
They went in front of Congress and they said, will you swear off, blah, blah, blah. Or,
Yeah, like
you know,
being
being
anti-Jewish.
anti-Semitic or whatever. And they're like, no.
Yeah, they were like basically
Oh,
no.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I'm sorry.
Harvard, MIT,
I did see this.
So
I
here's what I'm
did see
saying.
this.
In a
Let's
world
see.
of, in a world of, I've said this to, about pulling the cork as Tommy's, some of his friends, and they want the shirts and all that stuff. In a world of like divisiveness, we're bringing it back to the center.
Yeah.
If it, as my
Yeah,
buddy,
we're realists.
I have one of my great friends, Vinny. He had 3 best friends. One was Asian,
Wide
right?
open.
One was Asian. One's Iranian, and the other one's black. Those are 3 best friends. He would call them and say the
Good
most
cuisine
obscene,
right there.
most obscene shit to them. He go, dude, you know who you remind me of? He would say the gay guy's name on True Blood. He'd be like, yeah, I don't know, you should watch the show, dude. You remind me of him. Like you gotta watch the show. And I go, dude, I love that you just say race shit to your friends. He goes, it's not racist, it's funny, dude. He goes, plus they're my best friends. Like, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. So, point being, it's like we've lost that narrative of being like, all right, listen, we're all fucking regular zeros. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. These pen and
How do you not laugh every day though? Like I
that's
rather
what I'm
laugh.
saying. And that's
Because
what-
these people take themselves
yeah,
too seriously.
and laughing is what actually diffuses all these problems. Like it really does. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like it is the fucking one thing in the world that we can all agree on is fucking awesome. You know what I mean? It's like having a good laugh and having fun and like doing whatever. Like and what that shit was going. Let's say this right now. We are pro not any genocide. That's what we are.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Pulling the cord is pro no genocide.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Hell yeah. That's a
I don't
platform
mean
everyone
I
can
don't
get
mean to
on.
take a big stance here.
So those hoodies will be out next week.
Yeah.
Pro no genocide. I don't even know if that's a fucking term, but I like it. I like it. I like it. Good guys, trash people.
We're not going to sell any units in Hamas.
All right, we're each gonna do one more, then we're gonna do Patreon.
All right.
All right, Bob, you're up.
We got voicemails?
Oh yeah, we got voicemails. Let's do voicemails now.
Yeah,
Then
let's
we'll
do
one more.
voicemails
Yep.
and then Patreon.
All right.
Because you don't have one more.
I don't have one more.
Can everybody hear?
Let Bobby go. Let the man cook.
You good?
I think so.
All right.
All right, top 5 things that piss me off. This is a long list, but
It's 5.
number 1, people who order $50 worth of fucking Dunkin' Donuts at the drive-thru.
Yes.
Walk inside, you fat lazy.
Yes,
I
dude.
just want to pop my cold
Cook.
brew and keep it moving. Number 2, price gouging at the airport. We already talked about this. You have me by the balls. We both know it. But $5 for a Poland Springs is fucking out of control. Number 3, credit card only payment. What happened to cash is king? Enough said. Number 4, dickheads that cut you off and then proceed to drive 17 miles per hour in front of you on a single lane road. Like, dude, there was nobody behind me. You could have fucking waited. And number 5, we also talked about this in the group chat, but fucking Barbie, one of 8 candidates for Times Person of the Year, a fucking doll. That's bonkers. What is our world coming to? All right, have a good night, fellas.
My only point I'm gonna make about this is obviously that was Mohan.
South Shore legend.
Well, what I was gonna say
He
is
killed it. He
yeah,
killed it.
He
Dude,
killed it. He
5
always
for
does.
5.
Yeah, he was.
But what I'm gonna say is this: the guys who cut you off, they go 17 miles an hour. That's because they're on the South Shore.
South
and
Shore,
they're
you
fucking
only
idiots.
run into
I was
that
gonna
yourself.
say, yeah, you're on Route 24, dude. You got to beat it.
All right.
Give it a minute. Think about flip and catch on
Man,
fire.
Adamsville jump down. I got somebody next to me. Doobie's wings here. Yeah, you already know what's going down. We're talking about things. Maybe we are. Maybe we're not. Maybe some people already know what we're talking about. Maybe they don't. But they will. Listen, I'm gonna tell you things that piss me off. We were just talking about shopping carts. Those lazy motherfuckers, those cot knocks on YouTube. Find that YouTube channel and watch it. He just harasses people, throws the stickers and the maps on their car because they call them lazy bones. Then we were talking about parking space. Get parking no parking space? Fucking horrible. Taking up 2 lanes, being a lazy ass. Why? Why do you do it?
Don't ding my car. Fuck off.
Don't ding my car. I might ding your sister's ass. Anyways, guys, this is the man of Jumptown. Doobie son, big things coming for January. We don't know, but we do. We'll talk to you then. Keep that quality high.
Is Doobie and Jumptown going to be like a tag team at the local VFW soon?
Well, that's a duo I can
By the way,
get behind.
I gotta say this right now, and he's not gonna. Maybe he won't care that I say this because I don't think his wife listens to it. Whatever. But Gentile, he has a whole. He orders these 2 things on the internet. One is a business card that says "You suck at parking," and then he orders little dick wheels, and then he puts them on people's fucking like trucks that like park in 2 spaces at one time. And I'm like, you're doing God's work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like fuck everybody else. All right, here we go.
Hey, boys, it's the mayor again. Just checking in on this one because there's a ton of them, but I'll give you something right now that just hit me really hard. the bad endings of TV shows and movies can take a hike.
Yep.
I'll tell you, a lot of people are complaining about Sopranos. I get it. Tony closes his eyes. Then that's it. This movie that I just watched, Leave the World Behind or something, Julia Roberts and Ali there, just ends. And I'll give you two, though, that can go pound sand. Lost.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
right. And I don't know if you guys dug in on this one, but The Man in the High Castle was one of the best TV shows I watched to stream on Prime until it fell on its face. Terrible. Keep up the good work,
I
boys.
agree.
Happy holidays.
So,
By the way, one of the all-time best guys that's ever walked the earth.
so
Al
that, well,
Delano.
that, you took the words out of my mouth, but Bobby C said he needs 3 references.
Yeah.
I think there's 3 references for Al Delano.
Listen,
Or Delano.
Absolute style.
It's Delano.
I
It's not
mean,
pronounced.
just
Well, he was at the
Goat material.
He actually texted me. He's like, I know I'm not a Patreon member, but can I come to the Patreon party? I'm like, you can come to my.
You can come to
like,
anything.
If I get remarried, you can come to my wedding.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I fucking, you're all.
he's
in.
a dog.
He's
the
one
man.
of the best of all time.
Born and raised in Methuen, but like
Yeah.
he could fit in.
Anywhere.
Dude, he's
anyway,
come down here twice. Like when I just had friends in here, and I texted him like, I texted like everybody. I'm like, hey, if everybody's around, like having people, it was like summer type stuff. And he's like, yeah, I'll come down. Drives down from Methuen. Every time, both times, there was different guys in here. They go, dude, that guy is like one of the fucking best dudes I've ever met in my life. I'm like, yeah, he's fucking Al Delano. He's a fucking legend.
star.
He crushes all the cylinders for Bobby C.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, can I just say something real quick?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna crack stick to that Rolex later, dude. That
Oh,
thing
you
is
like
fucking
that?
money. I got a great watch story for the Patreon afterwards. All right, go ahead. Give me your next one.
All right. So next one.
Prince of the Project's out here with a submariner like a motherfucker. Let's go.
It's actually a GMT.
Oh,
Batman.
my
No
bad.
big deal. No big deal. What's it called? So
Let me see this fucking thing.
the
Oh, yes.
let me see. Okay. Friends that ask me to do anything. Anything. I have 2 goals in the fucking daytime when I wake up. Is to continue breathing and possibly get a blowjob. That's it, right? That's all I want.
Yeah.
So if you call me at 40 years old and say, hey, bud, what are you doing? You still got that F-150? I'm hanging up. Because I know the next question is, bud, you want to help me move? No, I don't. On my only Saturday, right, that I have off, you think I want to go and move a fucking sofa, right? And the problem is the fault's on me because I let you slip through the cracks. You get what I'm saying? Because you're like a...
Yeah, lead from the front.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're a sleeper cell because your references checked out, but your background check don't, right? Because if you're asking me at 40 years old to help you move, right, and you can't afford a moving truck, bud, I'll pay you the fucking $250 to hire the mover. You know what I mean? I don't want them. I don't need them,
Yeah.
right?
I'd rather give you that favor with, getting the mover.
That's it. And at this point, right, when people ask me what I do, I go, I'm a part-time Amazon driver. That's what I say because nobody asks me for nothing. You know what I mean? What are they going to say? Hey, can you look up on my package? Yeah, but it's on its way, right? I don't get to check in. You know what I mean? But if I tell them I'm an electrician, they're like, oh, my mother's getting a fucking dialysis machine. I need this, that, and the other thing. Next thing you know, it's a Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. I'm knee-deep in some asshole's panel. You know what I mean? Swearing them off the whole time. So I don't need those guys in my life. Like I said, and if they slip through the cracks, it's my fault.
Well,
You know what I mean?
I'll tell you this right now. Speaking of electricians, when I got this place wired up, right? I got him from... Oh, the kid originally doesn't work at my house back in the day. By the way, I'm not going to say his name because he doesn't like to do side work. So anyways...
Man after my own heart.
Listen.
Man
So,
after my
anyways,
own heart.
guy's name, first name's Jay. You don't need to know anything else. So, I text him afterwards. I'm like, hey, listen, it was during COVID. I'm like, I'm doing this garage. Are you up for side work? Whatever.
Yep.
He comes over, like, we shot the shit all day. He's a fucking legend. He's an awesome kid. And he's like our age. And I'm like, dude, listen. I'm like, if I ever ask you, if I text you and I say, can you do this? I go, and you don't want to do it.
Say no.
Just reply no, and I will not be mad. And he looks at me, he goes, dude, nobody ever says that.
Yeah, no.
He's done my parents' house, my sister's house. He said to my sister goes, he comes in, he goes, I love you, brother. I'm like, yeah, because I was fucking honest with him. Like, you don't have to do it if you don't want to do it. Like, and if you don't have time to do it, just tell me. Like, I'll figure something else out. But like, he's a good electrician. You know what I mean? So like, that's who you want. But like, don't ask me to fucking. For example, my buddy Matt Aarons, who I love, he's like, can you help me move this over when I got my truck? I'm like, it was during COVID. I'm like, a little after COVID. I'm like, yeah, I can do it, right? First of all, this kid's like my mother talking to somebody in the supermarket. I'm like, we're there for fucking a half. I'm like, let's go. Let's move this thing back to your house. Like, I don't know, like, whatever. Like, so I agree with you. Like, it's like, I will help you out. Like, you better be, Here's my limit for helping you out with my truck. All right, you better be one of my fucking.
I agree.
Dyed in the wool.
Yep.
Like Kev Ma. Josh doesn't need it because he's got a truck.
Yeah.
Like you better be like Nate. Like he has a truck actually. So like you better be like a guy that like I'm like. If I got fucking pulled over tonight for a DWI,
Yep.
I know I could call you and you will pick me up.
Yep.
That's my fucking limit for that.
I'll
You
say
know what I
this,
mean?
like, right, I'm a firm believer in supporting any of my friends, right?
Yes.
So if you're doing something, right, if your kid has a bake sale, I'm buying cookies. If you're doing a comedy show, as soon as I
Yes.
seen that flyer, what did I do?
Bud,
Called
call
Deb,
me.
Bud, how much is a table?
Yep.
Boom, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So say we have a horrible storm, right, and your power gets knocked down, right? At no point do you ever think about not calling me like you're my friend.
Sure.
You get what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
if
yeah.
you're like, dude, I don't have heat in my house because my service got knocked.
Yep.
I'll be here in a second. Don't worry about the cash. Don't worry about this.
We'll
that, and the
figure it
other
out
thing.
later.
We'll figure all that out later.
Yeah.
Let's solve this problem and then move on. You get what I'm
100%.
saying? Like,
Yes.
I'm a firm believer in supporting my friends physically and
Yes.
financially. You get
Yes.
what I'm saying? So, like, if you start a business, I'm fucking right there cheerleading you on. Dude. I'm going to
100%.
be your first customer.
Yep.
I'm going to do this, that, and the other. I don't believe on throwing you a like and then never fucking talking about it again.
Yep.
Like, physical acts are my way of showing my appreciation for you.
Totally agree.
So, but I don't want to put in a fucking recessed light at your grandmother's house. You get what I'm saying? If it's your house and you're like, Bud, I got no lights and I just had a baby, but I'm like, Bud, I'm over there. You don't even have to pay me.
Yeah.
Buy me a pizza, dude. We'll fucking catch wreck.
Yeah.
We'll fucking put the lights in together and then I'll leave. But
Yeah.
like the extra shit. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like I said, moving, Bud. I'm an electrician.
Dude,
you know what I mean? Like, if
and
does
we're
your sofa
40
have
years old.
That's what I'm getting at, dude. I already got the sciatica and
I can't
lactose.
lift. I can't lift a fucking couch.
Yeah, but
You
by-
don't need a torn ACL.
That's
by
what
the
I
way,
mean, dude.
I forgot to tell you this, but like for your parents tonight, your payment comes in the form of a big thing of ice cream. That's what we're getting.
Yeah, we got
down your driveway.
we got you a frap.
Thanks. Brigham's
Fitzy.
reference.
Last kick of the can.
This is off
Recently,
the cuff, right?
yeah, because I got nothing. But
Yeah.
recently, there's been a lot of fucking people driving like idiots. I mean, I hate driving anyways, but in my town recently,
It's Asian women.
no, people, dude,
Stop Asian hate.
people don't use fucking blinkers anymore.
No shit.
We're known for that, though.
People merge. People fucking take left-hand turn. Like,
Mm-hmm.
why are you slowing down? I'm like, why the fuck are you slowing down? It's a 45
Yeah.
Yeah.
mile per hour zone, and then all of a sudden they take a left. I'm like, use your fucking blinker.
Yep.
It pisses me off so bad that people don't use blinkers.
That could be
Like,
on a
coming-
bumper sticker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good.
coming here, there's a couple turns
Yeah.
where like I'm sitting at a stop sign waiting to merge into traffic, and like if someone was coming towards me and had a right hand blinker on, I could get out before the people coming from my right.
Yeah.
They don't do it.
No.
They
Dude.
just fucking come to a stop and take a right.
I was
without a
driving
blinker.
up to, I think this morning. I was driving up like this street over here, right? Go up the hill, and like it's a 4-way stop, right? This dude just blows right through the 4-way stop, but it's like some old dude with a scally cap on, smoking a cigar, and I'm like, respect.
Respect.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
no, fuck to get
you
him.
don't give a fuck anymore.
He was hoping you T-boned him.
He's
You know
one-
what I mean? He was like, fucking Lord, take me now.
He's
like,
one of
yeah,
those
yeah,
guys that says it's a stop sign, but it's more like a suggestion.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
breeze right
And-
through that thing.
Maggie says
And,
it
like,
all the time. She goes, was
basically
that,
what
was
Bob's
that,
saying. He's driving home to his wife.
Yeah.
After picking up like some fucking almond milk for her, and he's like,
Exactly.
he's like, just fucking crush me, will
Yeah,
you?
his hair's fucking all the way
Yeah,
out of his
yeah.
fucking hair. His nose hair's
Yeah.
down to his mustache. Hasn't been
It's
fucked.
braided.
Looks like Gandalf.
all right, Danny.
How about having a set of plans, right? This person is the person that pisses me off. Having a set of plans, when the plans happen, mid-plan, you change the plan.
The audible.
The audible.
Yeah, I know.
What are we doing?
Nothing.
We're here, we're doing this,
Yeah.
and then you're like, we got to switch it up. No, the fuck we don't.
Let me tell you right now, there's nobody. Maggie does not listen to the show. I might clip this because Maggie, the biggest thing that almost caused divorce multiple times in our lives is that my parents are classic for being like, we're all going to dinner, and then like calling the audible and be like, we're going to go to Poland's, but now we're going to go to
Yeah, and you've
Turner's.
already looked at the menu. You already know what you're getting.
They shuffled the deck
Maggie
last
would be
week.
in here, Danny. Maggie would be in here like Jake Blues, the Blues Brothers, like flipping and fucking catching the fucking light. Like she would be like, preach, Danny, preach.
Yeah.
It drives me fucking bonkers. Hey, we're going here, X, Y, and Z. Could be dinner, could be going out for beers, could be anywhere. And then either you're there or you're on your way there, and it's like, hey, we thought about something else. What do you mean you thought about something? This was your idea.
Yeah, the thinking's out of it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now you're just
You know what's
now
funny?
you're just being the fucking heel.
Yeah.
I'm so
exactly.
used to like. I think it's because I was born into a family where it was
Want to be
like,
Shawn Michaels, put Mighty Jannetty through the
Like-
fucking glass.
they're not like willy nilly with shit. Like my parents are not flighty or like fucking airheads, but like they do like they have changed their minds at some point. So I'm kind of like just used to it. Maggie's like, I was gonna get fucking chicken parm at Capone's fight, and I'm like, well, now you're not. Like, and she's like bullshit about it.
Audible.
See, I'm with Maggie, but I'm with Danny because I study
menus.
I need
I
a
study
I need a
menus.
plan.
I do too.
Yeah.
In my head, I need a plan. I need to know what I'm doing. If something crazy comes up, I'm like, fuck, I'll just go home. I'll
Yeah.
just leave.
Yeah,
I'd
I'm
rather
just-
just not do it.
Really?
Yes.
See, I'm like more malleable. Like I'm like I like to be like I don't like I was talking about this to
Yeah, but it's gonna ruin your night.
I was talking to you about this. Last night I was out with this. We went out for beers before we went to this party. And the guys I was with, all great guys. I know all these guys, right? All their kids play on the same hockey team. My kids don't play hockey. I don't give a fuck about your hockey team. Like, so they're sitting there, I go, Maggie, I gotta get
Hey,
ahead
neither
now.
does Bobby C.
Like, dude, that's
crazy.
When you, dude,
Bob's dogs don't play.
by the
hockey.
way,
Yeah.
do you know that? Dude, let me tell you right now. I was sitting there and I'm like, I gotta get out of here now.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather make pizzas in the back room at Prince than listen to this hockey talk. It's like, and then the ref came out. I'm like, oh, did he? Did he come out? Oh, fucking,
Yeah.
no, he was the guy. Fuck off. I don't care. By the way, nothing against them. I'd be doing the same thing, and they'd be
Right.
out of the conversation. But it just stunk. So, anyways, last one. All right, and then we're gonna move on to Patreon. Let's see. It hits very close home to me. I am in sales of some sort, right?
You are,
I am-
You are the salesman.
I am allergic to car salesmen. I hate them.
Are they like the lowest form of that art? You get what
That's
I'm
how
saying?
I view
You know
them.
what I mean?
That's how I view them.
I need that clipped.
So
Are
yeah,
they the lowest form of that? You sound like fucking JFK, dude. Are they,
highbrow Irish.
Are they the lowest form of that art? Because if they are, then they are not allowed in this country.
Listen, fucking print it. Bobby Canerney 2024. I'll vote for him.
listen,
I'm in.
listen.
Are they or are they not?
I'm still. I do want to do like a. I do want to do.
Mr. Hoffa.
I have a secret like thought of doing a one-off show. Like a secret show.
You
Like,
gotta do a fucking what's it called? Fucking political ad with him doing Bobby. Canerney's Yes.
Hi, how you doing? My name is Bobby Canerney.
Are they?
are
Are they not?
Oh, were they not?
Mr.
Four
Hoffa.
score 7 years ago. Tonight.
Where are you or where are you not?
the Gettysburg Address.
Where are you or where are you
Drinking
not?
Carnation Instant Breakfast.
You now, Mr. Canerney, you said on a podcast that you were getting blowjobs. That was one of your ideas.
Yeah.
That's all you cared about, and your mortgage.
Don't avoid the question.
So is it true that's all you care about is your mortgage and blowjobs, Mr. Canerney? Listen to me.
Hey, you got to integrate that invitation into your stand-up. That thing is fucking unreal.
Gold.
Show it to the Kennedys.
Yeah, it's gold.
They were on my. That's a true story. They were on my fucking end table growing up. The Kennedys.
I
not,
love that.
Not me. No, not me and my family. My mother had the Kennedys on the fucking
They
end
were a
table.
staple in every Irish home. 100%.
All right.
Sorry, Mr.
Anyways,
Canerney.
what I was going to say before I was so rudely interrupted by an unbelievable Kennedy impression.
The trashiest accent.
Yeah.
And then a great Kennedy impression.
I left it down there by the water.
I was born in East Boston.
We were on Chappaquiddick.
It was not a good time for our family.
So they came for the car sales place. Now listen, this guy doesn't know what I do. I'll tell him. I'm like, listen, my wife. Backstory is, all I wanted similar to your Rolex. All I wanted, no, but I'm saying all I wanted when I was like building my business was like, I want this fucking Infinity SUV. When I get that Infinity, I'm gonna feel
made it.
great about myself, right? I made it, right? So I go out, I get it. I'm driving around like thinking I'm a pimp. Within a week and a half, I'm like, oh, this is just
The tingle went away.
Basically, just another car, right?
And the payment was there.
But Maggie was like driving her. She was driving her like whatever. She had a minivan at the time. She got smoked by somebody like, and then like she was complaining that the fucking AC wasn't working. And I'm like, I'll drive the fucking minivan. I don't give a fuck at this point. So now she's driving the QX80. So Maggie has the nice car, right? So I got to call the guy to deal with him because the lease is up. And I'm like, hey, I just want to get like a new, like give me the payment or whatever it is, right? Like this is what I'm paying now. Like I don't want to pay more than that, whatever. So he's like, all right. He's like, let me run the numbers. Gives me the numbers, right? Gives me the whatever. Done. I'm like, I call him back. I'm like, Friday, 2:30, calls me back. He's like, first he goes like this to me. He goes, so it's a $3,000 down payment, right? Or whatever the fucking lease payment is. So he goes, I call him at like 9:30 in the morning the other day. Now, my wife doesn't have to okay shit. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
I'm doing like I'm just using this as leverage. Like, not that I'm not demeaning her like input into our family. She already knows that I'm gonna make the right decision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you wear the pants.
Well, I mean, listen, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? 4-7 years ago. So,
Mr. Fitzmaurice, you know that Mr. Hearn wears the pants.
So but I say to the kid, I'm like, listen, I'm like, hey, I'm like, all right. He's like, gives me the number. I'm like, $3,000 down this much a month, whatever. So I go, okay, yeah. I go, that's cool. I go, I just talked to my wife when I get. He gives me the car that they have in stock, the slate gray with a tan interior. I'm like, cool. He's like, he goes to me, he goes, well, he goes, listen, he goes, I don't want you to lose this car. He goes, Mr. Hearn, he goes, I can lock this in if you want to give me your card now to deposit down. I go, I bet you can, Eric. I bet you can.
Yeah.
I bet you can also pound fucking sand.
100%.
Directly
right?
up your
I'm like,
ass,
dude,
yeah.
I go, I run
Fucking
circles around you.
dickhead.
I write the books you read,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
It's a fact.
You got to go in there
So-
and throw his keys. You throw your keys
Dude,
at
yeah,
him.
100%. So I see the kid. So
Boy,
anyways, I go, call me tomorrow. I send him a message. I go, hey, call me tomorrow. Let's get this thing done. Let's just wrap it up. I don't want to do, by the way, I'm a salesman. I don't even negotiate with the guy because I'm like, I don't want to fucking go back and forth over $20.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I got more, I got too much shit going on in my life to do that, right?
Yeah.
Not one of those people. So kid calls me 2:30, right? I'm getting out of the double bull after the tattoo thing. I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm like, all right, let's get this thing done. I'm like, I give him my card number or whatever. I go, hey, the only thing I said, I go is I'm turning in the other one. I go, I don't want to get fucking bent over the coals. I know I'm gonna have to pay for the tires, which are like $1,300. It is what it is. I go, I got one key left, and because we lost one of them, and I don't want to get fucking banged. There's a couple scratches on the side, and he goes, well, Brendan, he goes, deal's off. Like trying to be funny, and I go, here's the biggest thing you ever learn in sales. Don't say anything.
Yeah.
I just go like this.
Oh, let it cook.
I just go like this. I just go. And he's like, hello? And I'm like, he's like, you still there? And I go, I'll tell you when the fucking deal's fucking don't come fucking swinging your fucking 3-inch dick at me. All right? No fucking way. So car salesmen in general, a 0 is the worst. Now, I will give you the one hack. I've said this before. Mag's brother is the sales manager at Range Rover in Hanover. Like, he's like the top of the sales heat, right?
Gotcha.
He's the guy. Whenever you go into a sales place, be like, my brother-in-law is sales manager at fucking Nissan and wherever. He's like, I'm just gonna check the numbers with him. Is that cool with you? Are you giving me the best number? You're gonna find out real quick if you get the best number. That's what you're gonna find out. So, anyways, all right. Well, listen.
There's a little pull in the cork tip.
Yeah, pulling the cork tip. Just
There's
the
a
tip.
little pull in the cork tip.
Yeah.
Playing
The
just
more
the
you
tip.
know.
The more you know.
The more you know. Yeah, exactly. Just the tip. By the way, we don't talk about women like that. We know that. All right. We're respectful of women. Everybody knows that. We have a huge female listenership to the show. And we're anti-killing Jewish people. I mean, that's
Genocide.
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 Anti-genocide. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough stance to take.
Like,
No
unless
brainer.
unless bike
It
lane
is,
people.
dude. It is wild, though. It's wild that these people.
Unless you have a farm
these
and
people
then
came
Bobby
from like,
Canary
like,
hates
well,
you.
Well, we're MIT and we're open to fucking anything.
yeah, but you know what?
Idiots.
If you want to scream at Jews until they're gonna die, that's cool.
wild.
But like you can have 2 dicks and like a cat on your shoulder, and we'll like celebrate you and like, we'll
And
put
we
a
have to
hall
call
in your
you
name.
Jack
Hold
Sparrow.
on. If
100%.
wait, well, I mean, if it gives us an extra bathroom for me to plumb in, I'm all in.
No, I mean, listen. All right, listen, Bobby C. is nothing better than having, like, listen, I think we've had now, I think we have like a good rotation of like great guys who come in every once in a while and dip in, like Clocky, Bobby
Next
C,
week, Clocky.
Clocky next week,
Yeah.
Josh.
You have Josh.
Josh.
And now we've started adding some people. Bobby, Joey Boats.
Jeff Clow.
Jeff Clow.
Joey
like,
Boats,
Like
fucking-
people who just throw high 90s. I don't need your buddy who like fucking acted in a play on fucking Broadway. I need guys who like got arrested in the bathroom for selling meth. Give me those guys.
Love
You know what I
fake
mean?
meth.
All right. Listen, if
See
you
you on
can.
the Patreon.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
hit us on Patreon. We love you. And yes, we'll see you next week with Clocky.
What a
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
episode.
Peace.